Associate yourself with that cause, asshole.
Bury the fucking cat! Stop breaking the law, asshole!
May they all burn in hell.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
From Metro Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation. Yes, it is. Happy Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. I'm Brian P. Gallagher.
And I'm Diane Russell.
And hello to everybody out there in the chat.
Welcome to HBL Radio Nation.
And everyone not in the chat. We don't mean to exclude anyone. Thank you for that, Tony. Tony says hi. He's blowing kisses to everyone.
Yes. So we are coming back from, even though we talked about Eloise and we did a special show on Wednesday night, it was an off night or whatever, we did talk about Eloise, and that was fun and interesting. And you guys saw and heard nothing. Well, maybe. We got to go over some footage. We're going to do that this weekend, right?
Yeah, we're going to go over some stuff, and we still need to put together the Estes question and answers properly.
Right.
I do not have anything in the room with me. I do see the flashes in the room, which supports that they could be flashlights from down the hall.
Yeah.
But no, where I thought I heard something, I put it on ran it through my studio, and I loaded it up there, and I'm putting it through the studio system, listening to it on the cans, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm actually hearing not the words, but the reverberation of the baritone of Tony's voice coming down that hallway.
I told him to be quiet. I'm like, shh. Shut up.
It's like that kind of a stuff, I would get it. That sort of a thing. So.
And then, of course, we had Thanksgiving, and then,
Thanksgiving,
it seems like it's been a while since we've been on, but really, not really.
Well, last week my cat had an emergency. I needed to run off and do things. Thank you for being so flexible, because I was able to log in from my studio, which we do occasionally.
Yeah.
When there's bad weather or someone's sick or what have you. And that worked out fairly well.
Yeah.
I popped in a little late, but yeah. Got back here after scaring all the people on the road because I was coming back from East Lansing, going very fast to get my cat's medication back to her. So,
like a speed demon in your Audi.
Well, just how I normally drive. You know me. So.
Is that true, Mark, that Hal has no show tonight? Because that means we could go long if we want to.
We can go a little long.
Show. Just saying. Why not?
Always a possibility. We'll see if...
well, normally we stop at 7 because Hal comes on.
Right.
And so, yeah, we'll find that out and we'll see what's going on. But, yeah, to get into it, wow, we have it's so weird. I was
Hal was having travel issues is what Mark P. just said. Sorry.
That's correct. Okay.
Wow, it's very nice.
So we started last Friday with the House voting to expel George Santos. Now, you know what it seems like? It seems like that happened a month ago.
No, we can't hear them. We
Yeah.
learned that last week, that even though we're hitting symbols up there, but our microphones are actually directional at us. So I learned last week. I saw Diane do that, and then she said George Santos, and I'm like, I couldn't hear anything. That was through Zoom, yeah.
Can you guys hear the bells when we...
Can you hear this bell? 3, 2, 1. Could you hear that?
Yeah, we have no idea. So anyway, I just thought it seemed like that happened so long ago when it was really just last Friday,
Right.
Because it's been like a total torrential shit hose of fucking news since then. I've been trying to keep up. I can't even keep up with the trials anymore because there's shit happening here and shit happening there, and I can't even I don't even know.
So you can hear the bells through these, just not through Zoom. Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
But a lot's been going on. Yeah, it's been a pendulum of a week.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Really. Yeah.
And well.
Almost nonstop. It's been a pendulum. There's been a lot going on. Everything is a meaty week for things to talk about and for news to pluck from.
Up. During the Trump administration, it was up.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's even up even more than that, right? It seems like.
Well, that's because we can hold him and his cronies accountable for some shit now.
Well, yeah, and then they'll say something completely outrageous, and that has to be covered too.
Oh yeah,
because they're the whole vermin and all this other goddamn shit. I mean, I'll get to it all.
I'll only be the dictator for day one.
Yeah. I'll get to. That's what what do we call our episode?
The dictator.
Read the thing.
I can't see it.
Over there, you should. Your computer.
Oh, Day of the Dictator. That's what it is. Yeah, we were contemplating on what we should do.
You won't see it on your end. You see it here.
I'm not seeing it on my. I'm not on here.
Yeah, so it was a lot to follow. This
Now
week.
you're an asshole. You got that?
It just seems
you're
like
an asshole.
I'm just on a better show.
We started with the whole George Santos thing, and I forgot the fact that they tried it three times before, or 2 times before this, and the third time was a charm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I completely forgot all about that.
The only reason those other Republicans actually voted to out him this time was because the Ethics Committee released the report that was going to the Department of Justice, that was going for criminal reference.
And also that guy, Max Miller, he put out a memo to the Republicans and also testified in, when they were doing the debate. He was like, yeah, he went after me and my mother, and so he should not be here. And that's when they actually voted him out. After that was when they found out that he had gone after another Republican,
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
I don't know. They seem okay with that. When McCarthy got ousted, I mean, he's going around calling people names and giving kidney punches to folks.
Oh, yeah,
What the hell?
Well, he said he's stepping down.
Did
you hear that today? Yeah.
And he's leaving early to cost to punish and put a cost over onto the GOP, because they're going to have to come up with a new election. The people in his district are going to have to pay for that.
Yep.
It's going to be more useless spending.
Just like a little
petulant child,
a vindictive little bitch. You know what I mean?
That's another word
for
it as well. Yes.
Well, during the ouster of George Santos, that Clay Higgins dude, he's a rep from Louisiana. He's the one who was talking about the ghost buses, like a week ago or 2 ago. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was in defense of Santos, and he was referencing the Salem witch trials and hanging witches during his defense during the debate. And I was just like, oh, really? I'm just going to roll my fucking eyes here, dude. Enough with it's a witch hunt. It's a this, it's a that. It's a no.
They're this far away from breaking into, you guys know the Earth's flat, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're waiting for that to be the next line out of their mouth.
It's accountability for committing crimes. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. But they want to misdirect it in every possible way that they can.
So annoying. So fucking annoying. And then we get to the Newsom DeSantis debate, where that was just Newsom kicks Sean Hannity's ass and DeSantis' ass.
Dark Brandon posted
on Fox News.
Yeah, the next morning, Dark
hour.
Brandon posted, "It's a good thing the laws are so lenient in California because their governor just murdered a man on stage last night."
Yeah, I mean, he literally wiped the floor with both of them, and it was fabulous.
It's Gavin Newsom.
The thing that I like about it the most is
when I was done with my wife, I gave her to the Republicans. Look what they did to her.
Jesus.
That happened. Guilfoyle, Gargoyle. That's his ex.
Yeah, I know. But he regrets that a lot, along with Keith Olbermann's choices sometimes.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is that I loved how he looked right into the camera and he's going, I'm going to talk to you guys while they fucking fuck around, kind of. And he was like, spewing out fact after fact after fact about the Biden administration. And he goes, these are things you won't hear on Fox News. And he had the platform for an hour. and told Fox News viewers for an hour the truth.
But
Maybe it might sink in.
the most poignant moment in television history. Television history happened when DeSantis pulled out the poo map.
Oh, the poo map.
The poo map. Was the poo map against DeSantis or was that against Ramaswamy?
No. The poo map was against
DeSantis and Newsom.
You're
right. That's what I meant.
This is where all poo is
in San Francisco. Yeah, this is where the homeless poo in the street.
Yeah, and then Ramaswamy last night at the debate, the fork debate without Donald Trump, which I think is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Pulled out Nikki Haley is corrupt sign, like a whatever. It's just dumb.
I'm surprised he didn't pull out a picture of Hunter Biden's dick.
Someone's here.
What? What? Hey, Brian, how's it going? Boston Brian in the house.
What's happening, guys? How are you?
Boston Brian, how are you?
This is Brian Gallagher.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Welcome.
He saw Brian at the Eloise.
Well, yeah, but Brian
But we
didn't
haven't
see
spoken
him.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, how's everything going?
Sláinte. Oh, the crack's good, boy. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Good.
Bud Light? Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
you know what that means.
Yeah, he's drinking his gay beer.
Chugging the shit out of it.
Pinkies up.
You know what the pinky up really means? It actually was when the upper crusties would be drinking you. Everybody makes fun of the upper crusties back in the day in the 1700s, 1600s, 1400s, whatever. You know, putting their pinky up when they would drink, and they think it's
British
this is the
tea thing,
fancy
right,
way.
Brenda?
No. When you were upper crusty like that, and when you had a lot of money, but you also had a venereal disease. To inform everyone else so that you didn't pass it on to them, you would lift your pinky.
So it's kind of like wearing a plaid shirt and going home with a few people in some places that you can attend to.
Pretty much.
Just letting people know it's a sign, basically.
Like a pinky ring.
This is
for
the
pedophiles.
pineapple in my grocery cart. Yes.
Just means I dare you to touch my cup when I put it down.
Did you put anything in my drink while I was gone? Because if not, I can go back and but please put something fun in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
You learn something every day.
So, Brian, we were just talking about the Newsom DeSantis debate on Fox. What was it, last Friday or whatever it was? And we were just like how Newsom just wiped the floor. What do you think?
I mean, I think he did well. I mean, it's tough when you're debating two people. You know what I mean? Not only are you debating the guy that you're supposed to be debating, but you're also debating the moderator at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're both nuts.
I thought Ron, he didn't look as awkward and like weird as he has in the past.
Except
you
the
know
poo
what I mean?
map.
He had a few moments where he's just an awkward guy. You know, I don't think he can help it. He's just an awkward. He's kind of twitchy. He doesn't really know where to look. He doesn't know what to do with his face. So he doesn't know what to. Should I smile? Should I not smile? Like, you can tell he's thinking that in his head. You know what I mean? It's like
it all
other
goes
people
back.
just like Newsom just lives. He just lives and talks and. He doesn't. He's not thinking about. Okay, I'm smiling now. I'm not smiling now. Should I raise my hands here? Okay, can I drink now? You tell DeSantis he doesn't know. He doesn't have confidence in himself. But I think, Newsom, he just has the facts behind
The Ricky
him.
Bobby thing.
Whether or not the audience was gonna listen to him is another story. I mean, again, they filled.
I think the
the
poo
audience
map would have
with-
done it. The poo map should have won that audience over. If you can't win them over with poo, I don't know what you can. And if this show starts going south, you wait to see how much poo we pull out over
I
here.
was making the argument, Brian, that that Newsom had that audience for an hour, a Fox News audience for an hour, and got to spew a bunch of facts about Biden, and said straight up, "I'm not running this time," and just really kind of was straight up about it. And
But what about all the fentanyl laced candy coming across the border with the Chinese?
I thought he was cool, calm, and collected, while they were hysterical. They looked hysterical to me.
Yeah. They all got up in the vapors.
I would shoot them stone cold dead. I mean, when you play the montage of every time he said that he was going to just randomly shoot people at the border is kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, everything
Regardless of
Abbott's
his
doing
policies
down
in
there.
Florida, regardless of anything else. He also talks like he wants to make you believe he was never in Congress. Like he's always talking about like, oh, those people in Washington did this, those people in Washington did that. He was a fucking congressman. You know what I mean? Like he was there too doing that bullshit. So I mean, sorry.
I hate it when they all say.
Can I swear?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. I just have to make sure.
No, I hate it when they're like, oh, the elite.
FCC at my door.
The elite this.
Don't worry, they don't listen to us.
Bullshit.
I hate it when all those guys say the elite on the left and da. They all went to fucking Harvard and Stanford and fucking.
Right.
Yep.
I mean,
You know,
fucking DeSantis himself went to Harvard, right?
Yeah, and they're all rich, second generation rich kids. So it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, there's a certain type of old white guy that gets into politics, and young white guy that gets into politics, and then there's the evangelical Christian group that's come in recently in the last 20 years to really inundate things and fuck things up.
You're the house.
But I think with them getting pushed off of Madison Crawford and things like that, I mean, they're starting to lose Cawthorn. Yeah, they're starting to lose their seats. They're starting to lose the positions out there.
Yeah,
so they're losing a bunch
sex
of
orgies.
I mean, Pence is one of them.
Kevin McCarthy leaving on top of it. You got George
yeah.
Santos was expelled. You know, they're what are they after Kevin McCarthy? Is it one vote or does that make it 2 votes?
I think they only have a 2 vote majority, but there's also a bunch
we'll
of
see
Republicans.
how the elections come out. I mean, maybe these people are still going to elect another
Can
idiot.
you believe we're at this fucking point right now?
Oh
Still.
my God.
There's a lot of fucking stupid people out there.
Like when you see a poll, and believe me, I don't listen to polls. Never in my 38 years of existence has anybody ever called me and said, "Hey, who the fuck you voting for?" Nobody's ever stopped me on the street. I mean, I'm sure it happened somewhere, but to the majority of the people, no. So who the fuck's speaking for me? That's what I want to know. Who are these polls calling? But it doesn't matter. Anytime that I see a poll lately that says Donald Trump has any fucking percentage behind his name is just wild. You know, it's just I don't know. The propaganda is winning. I'm going to tell you right now.
It's a nightmare we can't wake up from because he's going to be running in this election. He's going to be part of it. Even if he gets put behind bars, he's going to be running in this election. We have to face that fact. It's a nightmare that won't end for the time being. We've got another year of this shit that we're going to have to get through. And then we're going to have the appeals and the fallout afterwards and all the crying of, but we won. I know we won because I saw a bunch of other Trump signs in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's the big argument. So
it's just
May they
be
all
dealing with that
burn
shit all over
in
again.
hell.
I mean, was just saying
anecdotally I say the propaganda is winning because a lot of the people that I talk to have that, you know, the world is on fire, the United States is in collapse, everything's so expensive, and literally it's the one thing. It's that one thing. The grocery store and shit. When people, the money that they're spending at the grocery store and they see what the prices of these things are now, and it's like, for some reason, the people that aren't as politically involved and they only read the headlines, their mind goes straight to the government. Like, the mind goes straight to Joe Biden. Like, why is Joe Biden making me pay $7 for Cheez-Its?
When the egg prices went
how
up,
it works.
it was because of the egg companies raising the prices and artificially keeping them inflated. We saw that.
there was
We
literally
know
a
that
lawsuit.
happened.
There was literally a
They
lawsuit.
made record profits
Remember
on it.
shrinkflation when like the bags were the same but there was less chips, or the Gatorade bottles shrunk in
it's the
size and there was
Vlasic
less
effect.
ounces.
In 1976 or 1978, one of those two, an engineer was, and one of the executives got together over at Vlasic, and he was saying, how can we stretch this further? How can we get more? And he said, have you thought about just taking one pickle out of every jar? And it doesn't make an effect on the one jar, but overall, it makes quite an effect, and you can really stretch your dollar quite a bit with your stock that way. It's called the Vlasic effect now, and that's exactly what Boston Brian's talking about.
What,
He's saying that
Vlasic pickles?
Yeah, Vlasic pickles are the ones that started this. They started this and now, you get all this air in these bags of chips because they don't want you to see how much is actually in there because they want to be able to adjust it and reduce it down while you pay the same amount or more for even less.
I was thinking the
I
same.
mean, there's audio out there too of CEOs at conventions and talking to their companies where they say, "Listen, this is our moment. This is our time. When the inflation goes up, we can jack that price up, and because of the uneducation of the people, they're not gonna blame us.
And then
if
we
they
can
do,
leave it up.
We're still going to get our money because they have to, but it's things that people have to buy.
And we
You know
can
what I mean?
leave
It's
it
not,
high. Yeah, we don't ever have to bring it back down. Even when our prices, when our costs come back down, that just means next week you're going to see record profit at Nabisco or whatever.
Tony, will you get me one? I was thinking the same thing with cereal boxes. I remember back in the day when we were kids, they were filled to the top.
Yeah.
Now there's like that much space before there's the first thing.
Oh, they settled. What were they on a
Well,
Delta
you ever pick up a
flight?
bag of Doritos now for crying out loud? It's like you got to go all the way to the bottom to feel a chip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm elbow deep before I'm even feeling chips now.
So it's like, there's so many factors too, because these companies, they are paying more to have the stuff shipped. The stuff that's being produced is costing more. The materials needed to
Not at the percentage
the
they
stuff
went up.
costs more. So it is, but it's that little extra that they add, and it's because, if a company makes, let's say, $20 million Q1, because they have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders, there's no way that they're going to make less than $20 million. You know what I mean? They have to somehow make more than that in Q2 or the next year or whatever. You know what I mean? So they have to keep producing more profit. And the only way they can do that is they find little corners to cut. They find little ways. They screw the small guy down in the bottom, or they screw the worker somehow, or they start cheaping out on the material that they use in a little bit to save a buck
They
here and
save
there.
half pennies here, half pennies there, and that all adds up.
Exactly. And if you're doing millions and millions and millions of units of whatever you're making over the long run, it adds up to a shitload of money.
Don't talk about millions of units. You're going to get Tony really turned on over
The
here.
price
okay?
is wrong, bitch.
But it's, like I said, a lot of people, they don't know. It's, and again, I always say this, everybody says the world is on fire, and I do think democracy is definitely under attack. Do I think the world is on fire? Absolutely not. I think this world has seen much darker times. I think this world has been through much more hellish situations and been literally on fire at times. But because everybody in their pocket now has a camera, and there's cameras on every corner, and there's cameras on buildings, and there's cameras everywhere. Not like, just think about back in the day, if it was the 70s and something happened in Mogadishu or something like that, you're not hearing about it in 3 seconds from 77 different angles.
Even all the child
it
abductions and stuff
3
like
weeks
that.
later on the 7th page of whatever newspaper you're reading,
Yep.
or a little soundbite on the news or something like that, and that was it. Now we have the ability to send this video that I just saw in Mogadishu to news outlets all over the world in seconds, and from there it can be posted on their channel in seconds, and without confirmation, without a third party saying this is what it is. They just say, well, look at what the report is, or New York Times reports. They all just blame each other basically. So that, now everybody's like, okay, now you're inundated with videos, like I said, from 80 different angles of the same bombing or the same terrorist act. These things have been going on since the dawn of time. Since man was created, they've been fighting. Since nations were created, they've been warring. So let's not make it too crazy, because when you do that, people tend to back away. They tend to just kind of give up. If you say, the world is on fire, everything's lost, like Donald Trump says, if you vote for Biden, we're not going to have a country type thing. Like, what does that mean? Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Trump says this shit all the time.
People off of politics. They kind of back away. They don't. It's too much for them.
Trump also thinks taco salads were invented by Mexicans. So.
It's like, in order to wear you down and to crush hope, to destroy, the fact that
I convince you the only way that you can survive and live is if you hire me.
Right? Yeah. But in
That's
reality,
it's gaslighting to a T.
It's gaslighting, projection,
to a T. It's gaslighting.
Propaganda. Absolutely, we all know this. Like, thank God we know it. We have our little coalition of people here who, agree with us.
The greatest,
and that's why we started this
smartest
freaking
people
show.
ever.
We started the show so we could talk about this stuff and kind of get it off our chest. And
Bury the fucking cat.
I'm just like, I'm thinking, we've been like, all right. I'm thinking about Liz Cheney and fucking her goddamn book, and Bill Barr and his fucking book, and all your fucking books that you waited to hold on to that information about Donald Trump.
That's a thing to do nowadays.
Bob Woodward and fucking.
I was gonna say Bob
Pence
Woodward
and fucking. What's the new one? Kent Johnson or whatever, that dude. Whatever. All these motherfuckers held on to all this information when they should have been blowing the whistle at the time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a fucking hero
I'm
now.
gonna
Liz
make a
Cheney can
note
fuck
and
off.
Put this in my book
I'm so-
instead of.
yeah.
Hey, you see what this motherfucker over here is doing? Everybody, look at this shit.
And she waited 190 days to be like, oh, yeah, Trump didn't win.
Yeah.
And, everybody thinks she's a fucking hero. No. No, 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 no.
Kiss
Yeah,
my ass.
The enemy of my enemy is not my friend.
Yeah, please stop with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the coach of the fucking Patriots, who everybody hates, used to have a saying where it just says, "Do your job." You know what I mean? Don't worry about what the lineman's doing if you're a cornerback. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Do your job, and if everybody does their job, it should work out, and people, the play should go the right way, basically. So it's like your job in
Same
that
way in
situation
rugby.
is to uphold and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah, but he doesn't read.
And did you hear that Donald Trump is trying to argue that he never took an oath to defend or whatever? I forget the verbiage
Yeah.
he used.
Yeah,
but
wait.
he's trying to say that he's trying to say that he never took an oath
Is
to
that
uphold
the one that
Constitution.
AOC responded with that they're trying some My Cousin Vinny shit over here? Because AOC said that earlier today in reference to like Trump or the GOP attorneys.
That fucking movie is great.
Well, that
That is just
fucking...
such a classic.
AOC is fucking great.
I'm off track.
Yeah,
with that.
Tony,
Now
can
I'm
you
thinking
find
about,
that?
No, I'm thinking about what's her name.
It's AOC
AOC.
No, in the movie.
saying what?
Oh yeah. No,
What was
we're
she
telling
saying?
Tony to find AOC's
AOC's
My Cousin
Why can't I think
Vinny
of her name? Damn it.
quote.
Right.
She got an Oscar for that. Or something.
Marissa
deserved
Tomei.
it.
Marissa Tomei, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tomei.
Marissa Tomei.
Got an Oscar for My Cousin Vinny.
Before
Yeah.
she was in, isn't she the one that is in the new Spider-Man movies? As
The whole town
May?
got the flu.
yeah.
Mr. Gambini, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
That's it right there. That's the one, and you see people around her just start cracking up.
All right, hold on. This might be all fucked up.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Is this it?
I
Yeah,
think so.
I believe this is it. Yeah.
Mr. Chair, I think
Nice
the
outfit.
Republican side of the aisle made the case quite clearly today as to why we should not vote for censure. Right now, you can tell how weak their arguments are because they are grasping for straws, trying to do their best My Cousin Vinny impersonation as to breaking down what happened here with a fire alarm. Jamal Bowman has more courage in his pinky finger than the entire Republican Party put together, more integrity than the entire Republican Party put together. And that's exactly why they're moving to censure him today. Let me tell you what's actually going on. New York Republicans are so embarrassed that they propped up George Santos, got him elected to office, and then had to turn around and vote to expel him, that they want to distract the entire world from their massive embarrassment. New York Republicans are so embarrassed that they have not accomplished a damn thing for New Yorkers this entire year, that they have to find a distraction. So they've decided to target one of the first black men to ever represent Westchester County in the United States Congress for censure. That is what today is about. And New York Republicans are so unfocused and so unable to make people's lives better that they've decided to bully their colleague. That's what today is about. They're wasting our time. They're wasting the country's time over some petty what rises to censure. I mean, truly, these arguments that are being made here, what's next? Jaywalking? Do you want to get us for jaywalking, for not crossing the street correctly? Is that what you're going to raise for censure next? This is truly ridiculous. It's beneath the character of the House, and it is beneath the stature and the status of what rises to consideration before this body. And with that, I yield back.
Nice.
Mr. Chair, I think
AOC is awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely
This
correct.
is HBL Radio Nation.
It is.
Yes,
Thank you,
like
Tony.
and subscribe and hit the thumbs up for us, you guys. Get us some, give us
Get
a
it out
boost.
into the atmosphere. is
Give
what
us
I
a
do.
boost in the algos.
Does anybody actually understand an algorithm?
Yes.
Brian
Come on.
does.
It's like the fucking cloud. Nobody understands the cloud. It's just the cloud.
The cloud is a fancy way of saying somebody else's server.
Like when my phone tells me my shit went to the cloud, I'm like, I have no fucking idea what that means.
It went to somebody else's server.
But thank you, phone. Thank you, Siri.
We are not iPhone people, so we don't use the cloud.
I know. I messaged you. You were green. That sucked.
Why have we lost Boston Brian? Now we don't have his video anymore. Is that it?
I know. He disappeared.
He's doing.
No,
something.
yeah, no.
Oh,
I turned
you're
it off
doing
for a
stuff.
second to partake.
Oh, jeez, I don't need to see any of that.
I didn't get a chance to get my nerve calming medicine.
So I heard that Santos was filing ethics complaints against other Congress members. I heard there was 5, but I didn't hear what they were for, who they were against.
What, the censure attempts you're talking?
Yeah.
Well, you heard one of them.
Is he spilling the beans, or what is he doing?
No. No, not yet. He's
saving it for his book.
No, he's taking this week to bribe people, or to get bribes from people. He's blackmailing people is what I'm looking for.
Right.
Did we all pitch together money to get a George Santos cameo for Hal for Christmas?
My God, Brian Gallagher.
I
just
talked
said that
about that for our show before the show today.
And I said no. $400, dude.
I think that would be.
I thought it would be great, promotion, great, publicity
for our show.
We could talk to like the local news channels and say, "Hey, look, we got George Santos to say, you're watching HBL Radio Nation. Like and subscribe now. I do because it's the greatest show out there. Whatever. Have them do like, if it's a minute long, we can have them do like 5-6 different plugs for stuff. And I'll throw something crazy in there, like, come on down to Jim Bob's Cock Ring Emporium on I-75, just south of Toledo.
Off exit 69.
Yeah, I can have him do
Beaver Road.
Exit 69 on Big Beaver Road. Take it till it runs into Mound. Now, I think that, it would have been great to do something like that. So, yes, great minds think alike, and so do ours.
I know. Boston Brian, and Brian Gallagher. I'm like, when I say Brian, I'm like, fuck.
Brian. I know. I gotta tell.
Couple Irish Brians with the eyes. So.
Boston Brian, but
I know. I'll just call you Boston Brian, and he's just Brian.
Why is my camera twitching?
Cause.
God damn it. Nothing ever works right.
Boston earthquake.
I know. You're gonna have to
Boston
talk to
baked beans.
Tony about equipment. He knows a lot. Lots about equipment.
Not too much.
It's like Chinese to me.
Yes.
I'm trying to learn that.
I just plug it in and see what happens.
But why would it be glitching?
That's fucking probably with your background or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm the only person in the history of the green screen that it doesn't work with.
Hal, did Lance Corporal Dawson tell you to give Santiago a code red?
I'm just waiting for the moment where I speak for like 10 minutes on live and fucking nobody can hear what I'm saying.
We can hear you, but the glitch is I have an idea. You are wearing a green shirt.
Ooh.
And, when I came over here in a green shirt one time, Tony looked at me like he was going to kill me. So I came walking in the door with a green shirt, and he goes, "Green screen, dumbass."
Ukraine get me in trouble. My Vladimir Zelensky sweatshirts. But
Yeah.
I
Your
shall
Zelensky
do
special,
a wardrobe change.
No, so I think we should move on to Trump's
your
super.
camera's fucked, dude.
Oh yeah.
No. Now that you're not there, it's going crazy. It's it's not the shirt. It is not the shirt.
Oh my God, dude, it's insane.
Holy cow!
Associate yourself with that cause, asshole.
I have not seen these kind of effects since Space 1999
Oh
and
my God.
1976 on BBC television.
Tony, put it on the big screen.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
That's amazing.
We're going to see the monolith in a second.
It looks
here.
like the spaceship is going to blow up. we Captain, we can't hear you.
I see dead people.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, wow. Oh, now you're Max Headroom. Now you're totally Max Headroom.
Oh my God.
Hey, everybody.
Let's go.
It's
that was
not
good.
a tumor.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Jay's just wept on the fucking cross. He did. God got the fucking camera to work.
It's over.
So should we move on to the
So
Iowa
to
rally?
those of you
Fucking
dropping
A.
acid on the chat, be really careful when you look at Boston Pride, because you will freak out. You're going to see Jesus and your like third grade teacher. Yeah.
I can't watch. It's making me sick. People in the chat.
It's making me sick. It's worse than Blair Witch. I'm getting motion sickness.
Yeah, oh my God. It's
And he's
really
not
like,
even
"Man,
moving.
I'm gonna barf."
No, I'm done.
I'm gonna
I'm done.
barf.
I don't know how to. I'd probably
I'm
have
gonna
to come back.
Turn it off
Nothing
and turn
changed. Not a wire has moved. Not a single fucking thing has moved. It works all the time usually. Now.
Fucking Democrat.
What, you got a haunted house over there or something?
Fucking Democrat.
It looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I
Turn it off and turn it back on again and see if it
totally
works.
Max
Like what do I blow in?
Don't ask Tony that.
And you
I'm not falling for that a third time.
You blow it.
Was it a wire? Did I stop it? Am I good?
Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
good now.
Oh,
That's it.
let's go.
Don't move.
Oh my God,
And,
that's
and
so
I still represent
Don't
you.
nobody touch nothing.
What about going out and coming back in? Maybe. Oh wait, now
Yeah, he's fine.
No, okay,
Good.
now it's looking good.
He's
I
fine.
put some lube on and got him on his knees.
Brian, did you catch that rally that Trump did in fucking Iowa and what a fucking
Oh,
unhinged
yeah, I was gonna
mess that
say I
was?
haven't caught much of the stuff that's been going on in Congress because Trump has been doing so much
Right.
ridiculous shit from his Truth Social post video things to, like you said, the little meet and greet Hal showed to. I mean, he might as well fucking buy a house in Iowa at this point.
Yeah.
He's been to Iowa about 43 fucking times.
Well, it was
And
just like
Ron DeSantis getting back to Florida. Does he remember what it looks like in that state?
I know. And those high heel boots, man, those are really like. Did you see the diagram like of the person? It was like, yeah, he's got high heels like inside,
he has lifts
inside.
inside high heels. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he does because he's a squat little troll, isn't he?
Like the lifts weren't enough.
No.
He had to go for
No.
the big boots.
when you really focus on the fact that Ron DeSantis was in the Army, and in the Army he was stationed in Guantanamo Bay, and in Guantanamo Bay he was a narc, and he was the one who carried everyone's urine sample to get tested.
He's the piss catcher.
He's the piss boy. That's what this guy is. Doesn't that make perfect sense now?
Yes.
You look at everything is him beating back at life, trying to regain his own, his own
Self-esteem.
Flip side of
self-worth
that,
and
just think of how,
self-esteem.
you have to be an intelligent human being to make it into JAG. Okay, they're not just
money.
accepting random people off the street.
They
I
take
mean, at
money.
some point,
Everybody
you have to
takes
have
money.
the intelligence. Like, how do these? I don't understand where these people go wrong. Like, if you're smart enough to go to Harvard, you're smart enough to get into the JAG Corps, you're smart enough to be a lawyer in the Navy. You're smart. Like, how on earth can you just all of a sudden be like, yeah, like, and not understand how the world works?
Okay,
Because
hold on.
half of all the attorneys that graduate from Harvard graduated in the bottom 50% of their class.
And their parents bought their way into that.
You are
and that's why he
disgusting,
was in charge of the
period.
piss. He wasn't smart enough.
Yeah.
Whereas
No,
Glenn
even the low
was also
guys on the
in
totem
JAG.
pole at that point is you're still a smart individual. You still know what I mean. It's like I said, they're not accepting anybody in the Navy into those positions. Not everybody in the Navy is a lawyer.
Well,
not everybody in the Navy is in JAG. You know what I
it
mean?
depends
You
on
are
how long it takes you
disgusting
to pick
lawyer.
up the powdered soap
Period.
in the Navy.
Who's dropping these? These are awesome.
Tony.
Tony,
Why can I not see everybody?
Okay.
It's just me and Bri.
See Tony waving the.
you can't see
No,
Di?
I don't see anybody. I just see Bri. I see Brian as
Hey.
flag.
You
How
have
you
to
doing,
swipe
Brian?
left or
Right.
right to get the
It
gallery
only says
view.
there's 2
It's just
participants.
us here tonight.
No.
How you doing?
If you go on your phone and go to the feed, you'll see Diane.
Oh, so he's got to go to
Because I got
something.
Diane on.
I love it. When I was on my phone, everything's fucked up. Now I gotta go to my phone. I got a laptop and shit all set up, a green screen. Now I gotta go back to my phone.
What are you on right now? Your
In the
laptop
next 2
or?
minutes, you're going to be asked to restart everything.
Can you even do a green screen on a phone?
No.
So that should
Maybe.
answer your
Yeah,
question.
you can.
Yeah.
No, you can
Negative.
you can watch the feed of the show.
But you can do
Oh, I see what
filters.
you said. I do have a TV. Yeah, I could probably pull it up there
You
too.
can do filters on a phone.
No, and then you can chat with people and shit. So you go to HBL Radio Nation on YouTube. You have a phone, right?
Yes, it does not flip either.
You blew it!
He left it in his other sweatshirt that he took off.
Yeah, hop on your hover round and see if you can find your jitterbug.
Listen, I was only late because I had to do a little trim with my Flowbee.
May they all burn in hell.
Fucking Democrat.
So, what do you want to talk about, Bri? You know, did you have anything on your list that you have?
Well,
Me,
I
Brian?
mean,
No, wrong, Brian.
Yeah, you're Boston, Brian. He's Bri.
I'll be Bri for tonight. I got a handful of things. First of all, the Wisconsin fake electors settled, and this is a crazy one because they agreed not to get involved in any elections if Trump is involved.
Yeah.
Like, that is what the contract that they're signing. What
it's
a
goddamn
hand slap.
federal offense.
Put them in fucking jail.
God damn.
For fuck's sake. I also have, I've got a couple of rough ones in here. It was a rough
Well,
day.
I just want to, on your note, it's also Georgia, Wisconsin, Nevada, Michigan, Arizona.
Yes.
Those are all states in which fake electors are in fucking big trouble. Deep
yes,
shit.
and we have
Legal
charges against
shit.
them here in
Yep.
Michigan. They have charges against them that were announced just today. And was that Arizona or Nevada? That was Nevada today, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Earlier today was Nevada.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
yesterday when
Yeah,
the shooting was.
Yeah, it was
Yesterday?
yesterday during
Yeah.
the shooting, and that's why I was like,
how's that saying go? What was it? It was, fuck around and find out. That one.
yeah, that one.
Exactly. Well, speaking
No.
of fuck around and find out, Kyle Rittenhouse is, of course, gone broke.
Well, I love
And,
that all these right wingers are going broke
Yeah,
back in Trump.
they are. But he's considered a hero amongst the right-wingers because he was shooting rioters. But Ashley Babbitt, who was a rioter who was shot, is also held in high regard by them. So they can't really work that out. They haven't figured out how to get that
They
balance.
smack right into it every
Did
time.
you see?
don't they?
Did you see Rittenhouse on Piers Morgan show?
No.
I try not to
Well,
because
that's probably a
it
good
makes me
clip
want to
play.
vomit
Piers
in my
kind
mouth.
of gets. He asked him a question along the lines of, you're, I forget how old he is, 20 something. You're a young kid. You've taken the lives of two people. You have to deal with that now for the rest of your life, whether you believe justified or unjustified. That's what happened. How do you kind of cope? How do you kind of cope with that? And Kyle Rittenhouse's answer was all about himself, basically, and how it affects him. And Piers Morgan,
I can't do this, and I
much
can't
of a
do
shit
this.
bag as he is,
Yeah.
points that out. Like, can you see how you kind of making it about yourself instead of the victims that that in their
No
families
remorse.
that
No
were affected
remorse.
by this in
Yeah.
different ways than you were affected. Not to say he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He has no remorse whatsoever. He thinks he did the right thing.
He was taught that he did the right thing by the courts and by everyone around him and everyone that's been
That's a
paying
fucking-
him for, speaking gigs.
That's a
He
travesty
went
of
there
justice.
for one reason and one reason only, and he found himself in the exact situation that he wanted to be
Wanted
in.
to shoot black people. He really wanted to shoot black people. That was his
Have
big
you ever
goal in
defended a
life.
parking lot?
I can
anybody,
do this.
Has anybody listening to this ever defended a fucking parking lot?
Yeah, really? Yeah, no.
Or buildings that you are
Well,
not
here's
in an
the
area
thing.
that you don't live in? Are you going to drive?
If
Out of
we're-
state.
In the chat
If there are
drove
looters
to
and
another state
rioters, I've always
to
said the
protect
same thing.
the downtown area.
Would your
You know?
mother drive you across state lines with a fucking big weapon like that and drop you off to like... Oh, he got the weapon from his buddy?
If it's looters and rioters,
I
it
just
doesn't
don't
matter.
understand.
If you have a business, you have to have something to be able to, file for taxes and get a bank account, and to get that business, you have to have something called insurance. Insurance is going to make you whole within a couple of $1,000s of whatever your deductible is on that store. The whole concept of rioters need to be shot and killed is so insane, considering the fact that you're talking about, you are now saying that a human life is worth maybe a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
Or I mean, which is exactly why you see the scenes of the people taking a bunch of stuff, and the security guards or the people working are told not to do anything. Don't. It's not worth
smash
it's not
and grab.
worth,
Because,
like,
yeah,
we're
because
gonna
if
get that
you
in the
kill
back
them,
end
their
anyway.
family might sue us for even more, and that
Right.
might be detrimental to us. And
But
right now,
remember,
we're just
they wanted
looking
to
at an
give the
insurance
security
claim.
guards the authority to fire on the spot. You know,
Which is
and
insane.
It's like what? It's like because let's put more people's lives in danger.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think these bullets stop? Like, you know, after, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's other people in the vicinity.
Yeah.
You know, walls, glass. You know, kids type of thing. It's like you don't want Bonnie Fife, the guy that's hired to fucking be security at H&M, blasting his shit away.
That's why they had Barney have his one bullet in his shirt pocket.
Hit me with that website again.
HBL Radio Nation.
Let's go.
Not, it's on
Doing it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not-
doing
if
it
you
like
go-
I'm doing it
YouTube.
like I'm fucking on a flip phone.
If you go to YouTube, then you can see the chat.
Yeah,
Then you
go to
can see the chat.
YouTube and just search HBL Radio Nation.
YouTube.com, that is.
Hunter Biden's
HBL
laptop.
Radio Nation.
Radio Nation.
And that's not what it stands for. But
I know.
HBL Radio Nation. It's nice and it says that.
We named it, and then we realized it.
And then we
were
realized
like,
afterward, oh my God,
oh,
that's Hunter Biden's
shit.
laptop.
Get out of here. That was a fucking coincidence.
Yes, it was absolutely a coincidence.
Hunter
Biden's laptop. So I wanted to bring something up that is very serious and very, very downer.
We call it the bummer number.
No.
Oh, we're not there yet.
No, this might be worse than the bummer number. I don't know.
All right.
But with all the talk, and I know we don't talk much about the Israeli-Hamas thing going on right now. But here's the thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
The Palestinian and Hamas prisoners that were held by Israel were held in a jail. The Israeli prisoners have been held wherever and have been subject to all kinds of torture, gang rape, all this kind of nastiness. It's insane. You cannot say anymore that it's, you know, I don't know how the Palestinians can justify having Hamas in power. I don't know how they can justify staying in an area where they know Hamas is.
How did we
Hamas is gonna
justify
be,
having Donald Trump in fucking power for 4 years? I can't.
I don't know
He
either,
got a
yeah.
lot of fucking help from the Russians. It's not our
Yeah.
fault. It's not their fault.
But they got to get out of the area,
Same with
and they got to carpet
Netanyahu.
bomb him at this point.
Netanyahu's a fucking thug.
Netanyahu, he's a nutbag, yeah.
Yeah, the people who are running these places, just like Putin in Russia, it's not the Russian people's fault. Putin's a goddamn nightmare.
Right.
She's a nightmare, right?
Right.
Kim Jong-un, a nightmare. But I don't blame the people of their land for...
I'm not blaming them. I'm saying get out of the way.
Well,
Yeah.
I just think that this has become such a fucking inflamed thing because you're talking about a religious fucking piece of rock. And when it comes to a religious piece of rock, everybody gets up in arms. When they're talking about Putin invading Ukraine, that's out of the fucking headlines, even though it's still fucking happening.
Well, the Republicans today
when they're
voted
talking
to
about-
actually work for Putin, do Putin's work
When
for
they're
him by
talking
not
about-
giving any more Ukrainian aid.
When they're talking about Africa or Jordan or any of these other fucking places where shit is going down, it's not a religious piece of rock, so they don't give a fuck. They only give a fuck because it's a religious piece of rock.
I think a lot of those are religious things, but they're not, that specific religious
We're not
piece of rock.
talking about, the
Yeah.
birthplace of Christ, which I'm an absolute atheist. I don't believe in this shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's caused more death in the world than any other thing in the world is religion. So, I feel like all these people are getting super up in arms because it's the biggest religious place on the fucking planet, and everybody thinks they're right when they're all fucking wrong. It's all a cult. I don't care if you're this religion or that religion or whatever. You're all, brainwashed into thinking there's a fucking magical fucking spaghetti god in the sky, and he's gonna make all your dreams come true. If that was really true, Donald Trump would be fucking dead and gone a long time ago.
The proper response.
Just checking.
The proper response
Yeah,
to
you're
Merry
good.
Christmas
Yeah, you're good.
is Hail Satan. anytime you hear, Merry Christmas, Hail Satan, just throw it out quick. Just like you would be saying Happy Holidays.
I'm a Merry Christmas guy.
Could it be
Hail Satan?
Christmas is by far the most special time of the year for me. So.
Well, I agree, and
I'd rather talk about Israel and Hamas.
I still say Merry Christmas and all that kind of stuff, and whatever. But it's like, I feel like there's more rhetoric, there's more heated. This is more heated than anything else going, even the Ukraine, war, and everybody's heated because it's the.
I think that's because there's members in our government that love to grandstand as pro-Israel. And now, if you listen to the recent debate, I believe what they're trying to do is they're trying to turn anti-Semitism into anti-whiteness.
Yeah.
So anybody that's against, any country that is majority white or, looked at to be, somewhat of the same skin color that we have, they're going to try to defend. I really don't think any of them give a shit about Israel.
Well,
I agree.
We helped to create
They're all
Israel.
anti-Semites, anti-Muslim.
Right. I mean, they're fighting without weapons. So let's just be real.
Well, we're doing a lot of fighting there too.
I mean, my 2 cents on this whole thing is I think Israel has botched this fucking thing from the beginning.
We're doing a lot of fighting in the Red Sea area, right in that same general region. We've got destroyers that are taking down
When this first
drones.
happened, when Israel first went in, there was absolutely no plan for humanitarian aid to follow the first soldiers or any of the military. That's usually what you do. If you know you're going into a place that fucking heavily populated and you're going to do what you're going to do, there's going to be, let's say, civilian casualties along the way. So wouldn't it be smart to have, wouldn't it be smart to have a plan in place to have humanitarian aid right up front? I mean, in the beginning, you were having commanders of the IDF handing out gas, food to people because they didn't have a plan. They had no clue what to do. These people had, they're bombing them out of their homes and they have nothing. And then what do? And then you move everybody to the south. Everybody goes to the south so you can fucking have your way in the north. And now you're going to do the same thing in the south where where you told people to congregate in the first place. I think they've botched this. I think exactly what I thought was going to happen. Everybody came out pro-Israel to begin with. And listen, I am 100% against the horrors that happened October 7th. Absolutely. Yep. I don't think if you have a brain cell in your head that you would stand in any other direction.
Yep.
But what we don't understand is the mindset of the Palestinian people and what they've been living under, what control they actually have to change what's going on in their country. Their ability to, in my mind, I think Israel is creating more freedom fighters or whatever you want to call them in the future. You know what I mean? Because
the cycle continues.
Correct. The more people you kill, they have family members who then grow up with a chip on their shoulder because you killed one of their family members, regardless of the politics involved, regardless of who they elected 17, 20 years ago, whatever. This kid is not going to care about that. All he knows is you killed his uncle, his mother, his father, his sister, his brother, whatever. I mean, if you look at the leaders, what the leader of Hamas said, he lost an eye, he lost an arm, he lost a leg.
Even the raping and killing
these people
hostages
don't care. They
is a whole new level.
It's hard for United States, anybody living in the U.S. to have complete understanding of the mindset of anybody else that lives in a country under the conditions that these people live in. It's not fathomable to us. We say, why don't they just change and vote them out and get together? And it's like, it's not that. Why didn't the Germans do that then? Why didn't the Germans in World War II? Why didn't the German citizens have a huge uprising and stop Hitler before he did what he did? I mean, it's just not that fucking simple. You know what I mean? I don't know.
A lot of them tried to flee.
A little bit to your point.
If you look at the people in Israel, they don't like Netanyahu. They don't agree with his policies. I mean, he's had past policies of strengthening Hamas to separate Gaza from the West Bank. I mean, there's a lot of history. It's very nuanced. It's a long-lasting conflict. There's no right or wrong answer. There's been atrocious acts on both sides, in my opinion, and it just seems to be getting worse. And I don't think Israel has a plan. I just don't think they have a fucking clear and concise plan of what needed to be done, how it needed to be done, and I just, they're kind of going off. They're just going with it. You know what I mean? As it comes, they're taking it, and they're losing support in the international community rapidly, which is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Because when you have video and pictures coming out with the shit that people are seeing, it's only going to take a matter of time before the public is like, okay, This fucking October 7th was atrocious. I don't want to see that, but that makes like anybody that doesn't want to see that logically would not want to see what is happening in Palestine right now. You know what I mean? That's just the humanitarian side of me saying that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see a child killed in Israel. I don't want to see a woman killed in Israel. I don't want to see a woman being mistreated by anybody else on either side. But in my mind, a child killed the way they were done October 7th and incinerated in a bombing is not going to matter to the mother or the father.
Well, the Russians did the same shit in Ukraine. We cannot forget about that.
But we've already lost in Palestine in the first weeks. More kids were killed than in the entirety of the Ukraine war so far.
Yes.
I can be fact checked on that. Somebody fact checked, but I believe I know I read that somewhere.
And going back to your earlier point about chip on the shoulder, look at all the kids after 9/11 who joined the military in the United States.
Right, exactly. That's exactly it. You know what I mean? That's exactly it.
And to Israel, this was 10
and then
times
they were thrown into 2 fucking 20-year
wars based
wars.
on the percentages.
What's that?
To the Israelis, this was 10 times 9/11 to them based on the percentages.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, on the numbers,
it's going to push.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the chip on the shoulder
thing. It's pushing the conflict into another generation that's going to push it higher and higher.
It's one of those conflicts that no matter what you say, it's going to piss somebody off.
Yeah.
And it's going to rub somebody the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed a change. I know not a lot of people fuck with TikTok, but I've noticed a change on TikTok of like, who's following who and who watches what videos and likes and stuff and who shows up on your FYP since, people either started being, pro-Israel or pro-Pal, whatever it is. But, you've seen a slight change and if you say something in a live, then, you get the other, oh, I'm surprised that you would say something like that. I followed you for this long and I can't believe it's like, well, if you followed me for this long and you don't think that I'm going to speak out for like the humanitarian side of things and, saving civilians and doing things according to international law and the rules of war, then you've been fucking hearing the wrong thing.
Brian, it's easy. It's kind of like I'm pro-people, pro-civilian, pro-people, right? But when you go to people like Hamas, they are the Nazis of that world. We got MAGA, they're the Nazis of our world. They, you know what I'm saying? It's like these are fucking bad people who want to do really fucking bad things, who have done really fucking bad things. And what I'm saying is like we have to take it back and be like, look, yeah, the people of Germany, they didn't have the information. They didn't know if what they were hearing was true or not. All they know is that they, this fucking asshole.
There was people driving the trains. I mean, the only reason the whole thing worked in Germany is because the civilians were complicit in it. I mean, who drove the trains? Who drove the trucks? Who made the trains run on time? Who loaded the carts? These people lived next to Auschwitz and
it's
Dachau.
The first time though it really happened on that scale in that
they
100
lived
years.
right next to it. They smelled it. They saw the smoke.
Yeah.
They know what was going on. They saw the ditches. They saw. I mean, come on. I mean, the only thing is the difference is now. The only thing different between that then and now is that if they spoke up back then, they would have been shot. Okay.
Yeah.
And back then, you never know who was listening. Because when you turned somebody in back in Nazi Germany, you kind of got some accolades. Like if you came and said, okay, my neighbor, I saw a communist pin on my neighbor on his lapel or something like that.
You told on somebody,
you'd get some praise.
It was
you'd get some reprieve or extra.
Do you remember that old movie?
In time of need, that's what happened. We don't have that now in the United States.
Yeah,
we don't have to be afraid of people, the government coming after us when we speak up. So we don't have any excuse in this time and moment not to speak up and use our voice.
There's an old movie clip where it says, when they came after those people, we didn't say anything because it wasn't us. When they came after those people, we didn't say anything because it wasn't us. And then they came after us.
By the time they came after us, there was nobody
else.
Us.
Yeah, there was nobody else to. Yeah.
I know the guy that wrote the poem.
I know. I can't remember either.
First they come for the communists, then they come for the socialists, then they come for the elites. I didn't speak it, and then they come for the Negroes, and then they come for the Gypsies back in the day, and then they came for the Jews, and then it's like
by then it's too late because there was nobody left.
It's like okay,
it was a slow creeping thing.
Now?
So I'm hearing that Boston Brian is pro-humanity, and I'm hearing that you said that you're pro-people. I just want to get on the record that I'm pro-asteroid. I am waiting for the next one to come through and wipe our ass out because we are a disgusting race.
Oh my God!
I wish I was a
Fuck
pro
human
hockey
beings.
Well, where do you go from there?
disgusting
I'm
lawyer.
only kidding.
Period.
The drops are killing me.
You are a disgusting lawyer. Period.
Thanking you.
Well, speaking of lawyers, Jack Smith
I
introduced
can't call myself a lawyer. You know.
the baseless fraud claims that Trump has been making since 2012 about election fraud. He was literally saying back then in 2012 what he was saying in 2016, 2020. It's all rigged. I mean, the same fucking broken record shit. And
I was surprised when I went back to see what he was talking about, how early on he was kind of dipping into politics.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I kind of forgot about how he used to throw his 2 cents in there.
His
before.
fucking hate for Obama, dude. He was seething.
Right, yeah.
It was
started
right
the
after
birther movement.
It was right
he
after.
started the funding
It was right
for
after
that, yeah.
Obama humiliated him at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah.
So that's when that happened, and
Yeah.
so then the next thing you know, a fucking birther movement came
Hawaii.
out. Oh my God!
Hawaii's a foreign land. Wasn't he born in a foreign land? That's the mentality behind that.
Piece of shit.
And he's like, "Oh,
Fucking asshole.
I have people over there. They're looking into the birth certificate. I never came in nothing.
YouTube is
Nothing
hiding
came
you
of
guys.
it.
We're going to
Nothing.
be releasing something on Tuesday that's amazing. You're going to be amazed. You're not going to believe what we're going to release on Tuesday. It's the greatest thing.
2 weeks
Show
from
them the
now.
binders.
In 2
Show them the
weeks.
binders. Do you have binders? And have somebody walk by with like 5 big binders.
It's
of,
not
like,
on
empty
Tuesday.
sheets.
It's 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. It's in 2 weeks. So
I always say
healthcare
Tuesday
plan,
because it always seemed
infrastructure
to
bill.
me that it was like he was like Wimpy from the Popeye show. You know, it was I'll pay you next Tuesday for a hamburger today. And it was always coming up with next Tuesday we're gonna be releasing this. I've noticed that he says Tuesday a lot on those, probably because he can pronounce it. And like instead of tomorrow,
what's the word he can't say?
Tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Can we not put tomorrow in there?
I keep forgetting. I keep knowing that it's yesterday, but I'm like, no, yesterday's so easy to say. It can't be that one.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
What?
All right, who's picturing a cupcake?
That's Tony, a.k.a. 5 eggs.
You can't handle the truth.
I think the whole thing's messed up because, as far as I can see, the gentleman next to me is 5 eggs because that's what it says on the screen.
Who, Brian's?
Yeah.
The guy with the Irish flag
I
behind him
am
says
not
5
5 eggs.
It says 5 eggs on the bottom of his.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Bloody fucking
Because
hell.
everyone is 5 eggs.
Jesus fucking wept on the cross. He did.
Yeah.
Take that shite out of there. I don't want to be fucking confused with that.
We have I am 5 eggs T-shirts that Tony and I hand printed, and they're all over the country. I think there's a few people in the chat that have them right now.
Oh, see me. There you are. Jesus Christ! It only took me fucking 45 fucking minutes.
Why?
I can see you.
Bring it up on YouTube. Yeah, good job.
All right.
In the chat and Georgie, what's up, boy?
Oh, you're gonna die, you motherfucker! You're gonna
Yeah, Gen X George. We got Spy Kinnar.
So do you get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. We don't have that one.
0.0.
Steve. Jim the Geek, just saying hi to the chat right now.
Hello, everybody out there. Make certain you
What's up,
like,
Mike?
subscribe, and go ahead and tell all your friends and bring them into the madness. And
Kathy's
if you know
in.
people that you don't even know, grab them off the street, drag them inside, force them to listen, make them listen, make them subscribe, spread it.
We got
Spread
Paul.
it now.
Got Paul and
Do
Mark,
it now.
and Mark P.
Game over, man. Game over.
Kat and John Duff were in here earlier.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Yo.
It's
So,
the
yeah.
whole crowd, huh?
I
like
know.
It. Whole
Thanks.
gang's here.
Yeah, look at this.
Thanks, you guys. I'm
Look at
surprised
this. Got a
Adam
full house
Westish is
over
not here.
Huh?
Sorry, I missed the last one.
Oh, well, you know. It's all
Toilets
right.
clog.
I'm bound for the promised land. I'm bound for the promise.
I figured you might have forgotten because Andrea set that whole thing up the night before at like 10 o'clock at night. Because he texted me and he's like, my cat might die.
Hal's always good for a response 27 days later. He responds to the text message like he's fucking responding like immediately too. And it takes me a second. I'm like, what is that? What's he talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, I texted him fucking 14 days ago. Now he responded.
I think he's got, he's a pretty busy guy. He's got a lot of stuff coming in.
So more about our show, COP28.
What's that?
COP28 is the big climate control consortium that was put together with a whole bunch of different countries. The EU was represented there. The U.S. was represented there.
You didn't get me one?
Are we talking about John Kerry's fart?
No, Saudi Arabia was represented there as well. And as part of climate control that they were all talking about, trying to get everything under control, trying to limit the use. Everybody is saying limit the use of carbon fuel. Yeah. Limit the use of carbon fuel. Limit the use of carbon fuel. And then the president, the guy that was elected president of the board of COP28, comes on, and he's Saudi Arabian, and he steps up and he says, there's no scientific evidence that shows that if we stop using carbon fuel that will make any difference, so we should continue to burn it. How the fuck did you elect this guy president of your little club on this shit? You want to talk corrupt shit going on here.
God damn these people.
You put the Saudis in charge of whether or not we should get away from gas.
Yeah, that's not smart.
I mean, I don't know if they're so much in charge of, or we're just kind of like the spokespeople for this time. Like
he was the like president of the board on,
like a little cookie
committee.
Okay. You know what?
Gen X George, I just want you to know, 5 eggs
make him feel important in this, but disregard every fucking thing they say.
5 eggs is Tony, not me.
Yeah, Gen X George, I just want you to know 5 eggs is Tony.
5 eggs' comments are not mine.
Help,
yeah, Brian Gallagher has the Irish flag behind him.
Yes, that's me.
And he's my.
He's very nice.
He's my buddy since 5th grade, and I don't know. When we moved
the
back,
one stanking up the haunted house.
Yes.
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 Yes. I think we have like 4 farts on him that night.
Oh yeah. Oh.
No,
yeah.
I'm serious about that John Kerry thing. Brian Kilmeade. I guess sometime in the climate meeting there that John Kerry was talking and it sounded like he farted or something like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like,
oh yeah.
What fuck? That's what Brian Kilmeade's main point was on his fucking show.
I approached
so dumb.
I approached Eloise like I approach a gig. Like if I'm gonna be doing a live gig, I'm gonna have like White Castle for lunch. Just because I want it to be fun for the bass player a little bit. And I want to kind of trap them somewhere on stage. People think that we're talking.
It's awful.
But, you can't talk at that point. My favorite thing in movies and TV shows is when bands are playing and the guitarist walks over to the bass player and goes, hey, man, who's that girl in the 3rd row? And I'm like, oh, that's not how it goes. Because I know it's like, hey, what? Hey, what? And you're this far away from their ear.
Yeah.
Tune your E string down. What? You're never getting any clear communication that way. But in TV shows and movies, that's one of the big things. It's like,
I did a job for a guy today that he must have had 20 guitars.
What kind?
The fuck if I know. The ones with strings on.
Once you
start a story with a couple of musicians, you gotta bring the goods. Come on.
Oh no shit.
Hold on, check it out. It goes. Those are just 2 that were standing there. I don't know what
That's
they are.
That's a Fender right there.
Video so you can check them out.
I can barely see it on that. I don't know. I'll let Dice look at it. She knows.
Yeah, he's got Jesus
Gibson's.
Christ.
Oh shit.
Gibson's. Yeah. Fender.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy had, and this is where he had like a huge record collection. Like those are all vinyls and fucking all different CDs and.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
I was like, what the fuck? He was like, this isn't even half of it. He was like, geez. But I think he was a roadie for like a bunch of the big ass bands, like main bands that you would think of in the in back in the day.
The
he's got some
made
cool
money
ass
back in the
posters
day.
that are signed
really
by
did.
the people and shit.
The roadie from Mountain is like one of the most successful roadies of all time.
Ever.
Yeah. He's like, he made like, his entire life was a roadie from like, 15 on forward.
Yeah, Diane's got a stack of guitars to her right. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
One,
yeah, Di's
two,
got
three, four,
Di's got a
five,
nice
6.
collection. She's got a lot
She's
of
got
nice
13.
guitars in
9,
there.
10,
Yeah.
11, 12.
Yep.
13.
Yeah, there's 13 around here.
I know she's got some real nice ones.
And some records around here, too.
And there's a drum kit right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm assuming there's a couple of guitars in there that are worth something because.
Oh yeah.
In
Just
Di's collection or in this guy's collection?
No,
in both, really. Yeah.
In that
I
guy.
saw Fenders and I saw
I wish I knew more
Gibsons.
about it.
Yeah. We can.
Well, without getting close, those may have been Epiphones.
Like he even had
yeah.
all the like must have been like a magazine called Rock Magazine or something. That's what it said on the side of it because he had every single like month, every year lined up of like the rock magazines. You could tell it was like best 50 bands in a live performance or you know what I mean. It was just he had every friggin' thing. Picks everywhere.
Well, that's just a guitarist. I mean, you're gonna
and then a
picks
dartboard,
everywhere.
one of the coolest dartboards. I'm like, yeah, this guy.
I saw a cartoon that was great for musicians, and it's a guitar pick holding hands with a drum key, and they're walking off into the sunset, and it says, "Let's get lost forever." Because that's true. You never find a drum key when you need it or a guitar.
Yeah.
My fucking pick. God damn it.
A drum key or guitar pick. Let's get lost forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody can find that. The pink PRS is nice. Thank you, John Duff.
Oh, yeah. John Duff remembers that. The pink PRS is
he was
a work
here
of
and he
art.
actually saw it firsthand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A Steelers fan.
It's two-tone pink. That's the thing. That's
Wait,
what I love
we're
about it.
playing
It's
tonight?
not
Doesn't that
like
mean
they
we're playing
didn't
tonight?
cinch out on it.
What's that?
Yeah, Pat Steelers.
We're playing. Well, yeah, I can't.
It's Thursday, yeah.
We're playing. No, what's today?
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday.
Christ, I've been off all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we suck, so you probably gonna be.
They suck too.
I mean, I haven't said that. I haven't had a chance to say this in long. It's actually really, it's humbling. Like
I'll be right back.
the
You guys
success,
talk
the
sports.
run that we had.
Oh, goody.
Was just not something a lot of sports fans will ever get to experience. Really, it's pretty. It was just a special thing to go through, and it's not even just the Patriots. I mean, the Red Sox, the Bruins, the Celtics. I mean, at one point they were all we had them all. You know what I mean? So it was like,
Yeah, dude.
we all knew that it wasn't gonna last forever. You know what I mean? Nothing lasts forever. Everything's gonna come to an end.
Dude, we're from Detroit. We got the Lions.
No, I understand. So, like I said, being
Pistons.
shitty right now is I have no problem saying so because you know.
Fucking-
Well, at one point
I could be a Browns fan.
We had one of the best hockey teams of all time at one
Yes.
point. The 80s 90s lineup with the Russian lineup in the Red Wings.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of team that Ireland had this year as a go at the Rugby World Cup. And the team that they went in with, it was just like that. It was that kind of energy. They had that kind of a line. They were doing that well. They were just beating the crap out of everybody, and they made it all the way in, 2 games left. Bam, they got knocked out in the elimination.
It's almost like having a perfect season and winning 17 games and then losing.
Yeah.
Good job.
So it was a thing, but it was fun to watch. It certainly
I
was.
ever see Eli Manning ever in my motherfucking life. No, I was a Red Wings fan. I fucking loved I'm a hockey guy through and through, so I just any team that is really good, it doesn't matter to me what they are. I love seeing good hockey. So I was I had the Red Wings starter jacket and fucking chewing on
I
the
saw
medals
Bob Probert and Peter Klima beat the shit out of a couple of guys when they were the Bruise Brothers out there going, yeah.
Like my dad's a big hockey fight guy, so he has all the old VHS what are some really good ones? I'm not even going to be able to think of them now. He's going to kill me. But, back in the day, the old Bruins, the Thrashers.
The Bruins, yeah.
With,
Well,
Busick and Orr and fucking, they used to...
was it Boston or was it Philadelphia?
When they went into the stands and shit.
Who had Ty
Remember
Domi?
when they all went into the stands, he started beating the guy with his shoe?
Yeah.
You don't see that shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Who had Ty Domi? Ty Domi was the big enforcer on one of those teams.
Maple Leafs?
Was it the Leafs?
I think
Ty
so.
Domi? Oh, because Ty Domi
Remember
coming out
back
and doing
when
this whole
Meeks-
thing with the belt and Probert there, like they whistle and the guys like they're like for the face up, they just step back. They're like, we're not even going for the puck. We know these two are going to fight.
One word about this, and he would just go off on a tangent. Oh, he got all of them. He loves them. They're really good too. I mean, some of them you just don't see hockey like that anymore.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean,
yeah.
No.
like when you see the two main guys in the league go at each other that are known for fighting.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
everybody something's been.
You don't
waiting
have
for.
that
It's almost
anymore,
like
yeah.
It's almost like a match, like a boxing match inside the hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
fucking-
there's
you know
that
what I mean?
old saying.
Like,
I
we
went
went
to
a
a
fight and
like,
I
you don't see like a full
broke
out
out.
yeah.
Donnybrook anymore, where like everybody is involved and the goalies are going at it and the fans are going at it, the coaches, and it's crazy.
Brian, did you hear that? Or Boston, Brian, did you hear that?
No.
In Detroit, there was a old saying. I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Yeah, right. And I miss the old Garden too, because the old Garden was like you were on top of the ice. It was like you were right there. It's obviously less seats and shit, but it was sad to see that place go.
Yeah, Domi versus Probert. Yeah.
Domi versus Probert. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, in the chat.
I'm so mad. I can't think
That's
of
the
it. Dude, there were so many of them. I think that's why. I think my brain's
He
just
comes
inundated.
out on the ice.
Because there was
Domi
a
comes
couple
out
of
on
my
the
dad,
ice and he
like
starts
there was
doing
one
this, and
guy
he's got the belt.
where he was just like every single fight was just like the most vicious thing you've ever seen in your life. Man, all right, that's it. I'm going to the Twitters. I'm going to the Googles.
I'm going to the Google.
You're going to the Google machine. You're going to Google on your porn machine, are you?
Oh my God.
That's my phrase to my wife. Anytime, we're like,
of porn
I
machine.
don't know what's going on. I said, hold on, let me pull up Google on my porn machine.
Stick it up your ass and pull a fucking
Micro
trigger
Johnson
till it
and his
goes.
17-year-old
Oh.
son who are fucking monitoring each
yeah.
other's porn intake. Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
And then him going, oh, yeah, we're going to blur out all the Jan 6ers so that, they can't be doxxed by the DOJ. Are you serious,
They already
dude?
gave it to Tuckums.
Well,
Tuckums already
and not only
released
that,
it.
DOJ's had it for fucking 2-3 years now,
Yeah.
so, I don't even...
Fucking moron.
Goddamn idiots.
You know those people that were, just,
Terry O'Reilly,
just normal,
Terry Lefty O'Reilly,
normal tourists.
Lefty.
Those normal tourists that were completely safe and doing nothing
I
at all.
love this.
We're gonna blur their image.
Hold on.
For
I
no
love
apparent
this.
reason.
Jeff Tiedrick on Twitter. He goes, the Jan 6 insurrection was Antifa and FBI, but also BLM. But it was peaceful and
Yes.
just tourists blowing off steam. But we can't have an investigation because that would make Republicans look bad. Also, we're blurring their faces so you can't identify them because reasons.
Because reasons, yeah.
Which
Thousands
makes-
have already been identified
which
and
makes
prosecuted.
which makes no damn sense because if they were Antifa and FBI, wouldn't you want to ID them?
Wouldn't you want to know
And
them?
listen up, stupids. You people are fucking nuts, and this is why no one takes any of your bullshit seriously. And then I love Tony Michael's input. He was said, the plot is slipping through their seditious little fingers. And then Adam Weissman, who, is the lawyer guy, he goes, this is an open contempt for the rule of law and a violation of his oath of office.
Yeah.
It tells you he's fully committed to is a Trump enabler. Yeah. I mean, just wow.
Alexander Pelosi.
Every excuse for Jan 6 that you can possibly think of.
Right.
Besides the fact that
Right.
they're fucking asshole cult member Trumpers.
Nancy Pelosi's daughter, Alexandra Pelosi, is a filmmaker, and she did a film called The Insurrectionist Next Door, where she went and interviewed a whole bunch of people dealing with
saw
this.
it, yeah.
The guy that ran the red light, he's the guy, and remember, he's pulling up the Jan 6 footage that he got from watching Tuckums, and he pauses it, and he says, see right there, this guy's BLM, or Antifa, or one of them. And it's like, dude, no, that guy was actually, brought up on charges. He is not Antifa. He's not BLM. He is a known Trumper. He's been
How
a
exactly
known
do you
Trumper.
blur 46,000 hours of footage?
Yeah.
You
Well,
try.
I loved on Twitter, everybody started blurring, Steve Bannon and what's his name? Stone and fucking Flynn and Trump and all
Well, Stone
all
is
those
easy because
traitors.
you just have to look for that teardrop of a head.
Yeah.
I mean, like that dude is Zippy the Pinhead. If you remember that cartoon, that guy is definitely Zippy the fucking Pinhead. He's got that fucking head.
He does. He has this fucking weird shaped head, dude.
Jesus, wept on the cross he did.
What am I supposed to do? You won't answer my calls. You changed your number. I mean, I'm not going to be ignored.
I feel like that Jim Carrey liar, liar. Stop breaking the law.
And I'm going.
You can swear in our chat if you want to.
There's a clown.
There's a clown.
Trump.
It's a fucking clown show.
AI is weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just look at.
I know. Where's Adam Westish tonight, man? He should be.
Yeah, I saw that.
Them panties. Take them off.
Check out Hal. Ready? AI Hal.
Oh my God.
He goes, I sent it to him. He goes, when did I join Creed?
When did I join Creed? Oh my God.
Didn't Wayne Gretzky run the franchise for a while?
So we lost a few people this week. Sandra Day O'Connor and Norman Lear, and there was another musician guy from what band was that? We lost him too. He was sick for a while though. Maybe somebody in the chat will know. Some rock band from the 70s or 80s. I can't remember. I don't know. We lost a couple of people, you know. Whatever. And by the way, we had a few birthdays. So when Brian Gallagher comes back down, his birthday was yesterday.
And?
So you got to do the happy birthday thing.
What happy birthday thing?
Don't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Patty Kane on the wings.
Happy birthday thing that you did.
No.
You don't have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like Marty McSorley, fucking Knuckles Nyland, Chris Nyland.
He's still talking about Hardy.
Schultz.
No,
who was the short guy in the Bruins, dude? I used to love him. PJ Stock. He must have been friggin' fucking 5'7" for Christ's sakes. I swear to God, he used to go out there. He was the littlest motherfucker, and he would pick the biggest motherfucker on the ice and drop the gloves.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
We don't have anything happy birthday.
No, I have happy anniversary.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's hard to whisper when a fucking microphone is in front of you.
I know.
Is everybody gay?
Oh man.
Hate Donald Trump so much.
No, there was a lot of birthdays yesterday.
When is so I heard Trump just made another filing in the Florida case, documents case for Eileen Cannon, right?
Yeah.
And I think everybody's hoping that she makes a mistake, and then they file to the 11th Circuit and somehow get her removed or something like that. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it happening really.
No.
Yeah, she really needs to recuse herself. Everybody knows it from the day one, but
I think we're past that point.
I know. Well,
No,
I think if she fucks up, that they could still do it. I don't know. I'm no lawyer, but that's what I've heard.
I forget what Trump asked for, but I think the thing is, if she agrees to what Trump asked for, Jack Smith is then going to appeal to the 11th, and then the 11th will make a ruling on whether or not.
I think it has something to do with putting the trial off to 2029.
No, it's whether or not they can. It's whether or not they can how they can handle the documents.
Oh.
So that they're having a meeting. It's got
skiff,
a name on how the classified documents should be handled and who gets to see what.
Right.
And I think Donald Trump wants access to
all that
the
shit again.
classified documents because he had access to it before, is what his argument is basically. So
he's got to dig up that spot on the golf course to get those documents.
Oh my God, I love when he's talking about, fucking Joe Biden's at the beach. It's all he does. It's all he does. It's like, are you shit me, dude?
Yeah.
You spent 7 years somehow golfing in 4 years. I don't get how that happened.
He spent $17 million of taxpayer dollars protecting his sorry flat shit yourself ass while he's out on his own golf courses. God damn. And they had to spend a lot of that at his fucking golf courses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Charging him triple and double.
Nutty.
Fucking piece of shit. Oh, and he's going to be,
several pieces of shit.
I'm only going to be dictator day one. I'm only gonna be dictator day one at the Sean Hannity fucking town hall
God,
last
talking
night.
about fucking whiffing while the ball is on the tee.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe I fucked her.
They don't use tees anymore.
Sean Hannity was like, "You motherfucker."
One of the worst
And then-
arguments that you can think of.
You had one fucking job.
Yeah, and the other night in Iowa, he said, "We're in an all-out war against American democracy." He said that.
You know what?
frickin-
People. Oh fuck! I moved like an asshole.
Oh, come on. What?
Kiss
What are you
my
saying?
ass. Put that in your book. Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass.
I just want
Put
to
that in
say,
your book.
What were we talking about?
Trump. Fucking Trump.
yeah, Trump, and saying that he's an all-out war against democracy,
So
and
he
that
fucking he
day
whiffed
one
on that
dictator.
one big time. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
And he tried
literally
to,
that question was only in there for one reason, is so they could get him on tape saying that he wouldn't be a dictator and like he had no no intentions on doing that, and he fucking
going
couldn't
the
even
other
do
way.
it. Couldn't even do it.
Going the other way
Just
on that
fucking
one. Yeah.
give him a rake. He'll step on it.
Oh, every single time. It'll say, I wanted to step on that rake. That was a beautiful rake. That was one of the greatest rakes that I've ever
One
stepped on.
fucking job, dude. One fucking job.
Nobody can step on a fucking rake like me.
That was the whole purpose for that whole fucking town hall. They packed it with Trump fans. Literally just wanted to hear him say that he was not going to try to take over this country and like lock people up.
Yeah, can you imagine the PA who was sitting there and his job was to make certain that happened, and he's going, okay, so you swear that you're going to answer this way, right? Yeah, you're
right. But I don't.
Please,
get
Jesus,
the,
you're going to say this, yes, yeah, please.
I don't understand the argument
And then they
that
get
he
through
said
to it.
in democracy. Even if he said in democracy, how does that fucking make sense?
It doesn't.
I mean, somebody was trying to
It
explain
doesn't.
to me on Twitter that it does make sense linguistically.
It-
And I'm like,
it-
oh, yeah, now fucking now Trump's this cunning linguist. All
One
of a sudden,
step
he's
for
making-
a man, one giant leap for mankind. It makes no
I don't even
difference
want to
from
tell
the
you what
other,
that
yeah.
sounds like.
It's like, what is
Cunning
waging
linguist,
a war
yeah.
in American democracy?
I'm a
What the
master
fuck does
debater.
that mean? Like if somebody came up, like if I was a fucking basket weaver or some bullshit, and somebody came up to me and was like, "I'm gonna wage a war in fucking basket weaving," I'd be like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Well, now if they said I'm gonna wage war on basket weaving, then I would have some idea of their intentions. But what the fuck is in? You're gonna wage a war in fucking basket weaving? Like what? Okay, fucking here's a
Viva la
dollar.
basket
Go
weavers.
buy a nipper.
Hey, you suck dicks.
That thing.
that thing.
So, just we're 4 minutes away from ending the show, but we don't have to because Hal doesn't have a show tonight, so we can continue if you guys want us to continue on.
Do we entertain you?
Yeah, are
we
you
being
bored?
funny?
You want to hang out longer?
I have something to say.
Boston Brian,
Then to fade away.
are you up for staying on a little bit longer?
What is it?
Are you up for staying on a little bit longer?
I'll hang out.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I gotta eat something eventually.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Well,
a good
if you
fucking
had
movie.
beer there, you could just drink
I
a
saw my
beer
life
instead
flash before
because
my eyes.
that really is a
you
meal.
ride the bike with no fucking no rubber on the wheels. Oh, it's such a good movie. Movies
Yeah.
are the best.
Yeah, that is a good
It's a
movie.
good subject. What's best Christmas movies for everybody? What's a go-to? Well, should I say devil movies?
Well, I have to say Christmas Story. It's
A
always,
Christmas Story is
Yeah,
the
that's always been my
Die Hard.
fave.
Okay. I see
Die
you.
Hard.
I see you.
Die Hard, yeah, we
That's-
watch
that's
it every
one-
Christmas.
That's
yeah.
one of the ones that plays.
Die Hard
like,
2 does
back
Christmas
to back
as well.
to back all day Christmas, right?
Yeah,
I see mine are like normal. I wish I had like a weird one, but friggin'. Wow, now that I can't think of it, the old
Then all of a
Rudolph.
sudden, maybe
is by
panic
far
might start to
Oh,
set
the
in,
claymation
and all
ones?
Yeah.
Yukon Cornelius, you know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
the
The ones-
claymation ones are great.
The
Yeah.
ones we grew up
Used to
on.
just pick-
Yeah.
He's Mr.
Nah.
Heat Miser.
Super.
He's Mr. Number One. You know, if you listen to Jack White's album, very close. His most recent solo album, his most recent dun 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 dun, and I'm like, oh my god, he took the Heat Miser song
Right, yeah. Yep.
And that's what it is. Listen to it. I'm telling you, it is. And as soon as you hear it, you're going to just start laughing your ass off because you remember the Heat Miser song.
Right.
But most of the kids today don't. So he actually used it, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's a fucking musical genius, dude. He's a fucking musical genius." Well, yeah, because he ripped off '70s fucking animation on TV.
Oh my God.
Until he gets sued. It's a Wonderful Life. I mean,
Nobody's suing Jack White. He's got all the money in the world.
Those are my favorite movies ever anyway, so Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Miracle on 57th Street. I kind of like that one. The older
Miracle
one.
Nakatomi Tower is my second home, so.
What's that?
I said Nakatomi Tower is my second home.
There you go. Do you have the Advent calendar where Hans Gruber falls a different floor every day for 24 days?
I have the ugly Christmas sweater.
There you go.
It's not Christmas until Hans falls out of Nakatomi.
There you go. Nice.
But come on. I mean, those are great movies. It's a Wonderful Life. It might be the best movie ever made.
Greg Olear has one of those, and he showed it on his podcast.
Just something about it. I'm an old soul, I feel like, because I watch all old black and white movies.
I have to shoot down people that say that my
Turner
favorite movie
movies?
is a Christmas movie
Boston
because
Brian?
it's not.
Boston Brian, do you like Turner Classic Movies?
I like what's the channel I watch now? I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I'm tired. I can't think of it. It's
movies.
No, I can't think of the channel. It's all old. It's all like
black and white.
Call right now for your jitterbug.
Really loud. Yeah.
Wanted Dead or Alive, and Wagon Train, and
the Western, the old Western channels.
I like all that shit. And then I watch all the World War II stuff.
Yeah.
Band of Brothers is obviously a newer one, but that's a good one. But all the old movies, anything John Wayne is in back in the day. I know they all suck. It's kind of like listening to Michael Jackson's music, or
I know when Tony,
you can recognize that the person sucked, but that the work that they left for us is good.
Yeah.
When Tony finally went to bed last night, he turned on World War II something, and I'm like, this is gonna keep me up all night.
From space.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is gonna keep me up all night, man. If I start watching this shit, I will
Listen, it's an addiction. It really is a big problem. It's been like,
woo!
He's so quick on it.
Just like that, I knew that track and got to the woo.
Yeah. And I'm done.
A shucka.
Hey, where
Shaka
the white
Mad?
women
I don't
at?
want Shaka Mad. Why Shaka Mad?
Oh my God.
That's a hilarious story that was.
Where Eagles Dare, that's a good one. That's a Clint Eastwood film. Christ, there's so many. The Longest Day, the Bridge, A Bridge Too Far.
Yep.
Oh, A Bridge Too Far, not A Bridge Over River Kwai.
Scrooged.
The Bridge at Remagen. Scrooged is a great movie.
Yeah.
I love Bill Murray.
Yep.
What about Bob? If we're talking about Bill Murray, is fantastic.
Yes.
Guns and Navarone.
Yep. Guns and Navarone, the second one.
Force Town and Navarone. From Navarone.
Tony Michaels says Trump wants to be a dictator.
I think I watched Force 10 a little more than I watched the first one.
I saw that. And
Force Town was the second one, I think, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Mountain Bike Fan, I just want you to know I saw your post earlier, and I watched Tony Michaels, so when I said Spaghetti God in the Sky, yes, I did probably, take that from him. And, I heard him say dictator, that Trump wants to be a dictator, not a dictator.
Well, the Spaghetti Monster in the Sky, my brother, who passed away, he was actually one of the people that were all involved in the founding of this as a religion. They were battling the concept of religion being a separate entity in the eyes of the law. So they said, well, our religion is going to be that we worship the flying spaghetti monster. And that instead of saying amen, we say ramen. And there's all these other rules. It's a real thing. They actually do it. And the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster got approved because they couldn't prove there wasn't a flying spaghetti monster. Because they seriously, they based it on all the logic of all the other it's a group of atheists who based their started a religion based on all the concepts of all the other religions rolled up in like a facetious way.
Right.
but they got it pushed through, and they are a tax-free entity because of it.
Ramen.
Yeah, ramen.
Ramen.
Sing it,
And you know
Brian.
what? I just remembered this.
Dude,
you know what
you're,
they call
screaming.
themselves?
Do you turn his mic down? It's like super loud.
Do you know what they call themselves?
Yeah.
Pastafarians.
No shit.
Yes.
Well, when he gets up on the mic, it's a little.
He's like super on it tonight.
Yeah, we have microphones from like 20 years ago that are fucking sick, badass.
We got like all these old mics.
You're saying I don't need to eat it.
Yeah, and like it takes a real like XLR cable to plug it in.
Yes, not a USB
not
cord.
a USB cord.
Yes.
But it's because we're musicians, and I have all
And
this shit in the
Brian
house.
can see my Boston. Brian can see my setup, and yeah.
Can you see his setup in the? Anybody see his setup in the bottom right hand corner
No.
with the big blue screen and?
Yeah.
No, there's barely I can see it. Barely see it here.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but yeah, I've been watching.
I can move many screens to many places.
It's awesome because I can't even get one
anybody see
fucking
that?
Fire TV to link up with this thing. Like, I don't understand. Everything I can put it on the TV, but it freezes every time I do it.
Yep.
Sorry, for the last 20 minutes, the Irish Post has been asking me if I want to subscribe.
Well, you know, the other thing that we could do is we could jump off live stream and just jump onto a Zoom call all together and not be live anymore and recording. We could do that.
Why?
We can jump back and have fun with
No.
it.
Oh,
Make that
something good happens and you miss it, and it's juicy.
Yeah.
I was just, throwing it out there. We
and
don't,
there's people chatting and stuff. Jesus.
I know, it's fun.
Hal's dead.
But everybody could be on a screen like a multiple
Hal's
Zoom
not
call.
dead.
No.
Hal has dead air. Dead air. Difference there. Make certain to say the whole
bullshit?
thing.
A bullshit? A bullshit. No bullshit.
What are you on right now?
Tony?
Like, what software are you using?
Tony, I'm not sure.
Streamlabs.
Nobody knows what Tony's on.
Streamlabs.
There's another thing I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know. I
about
fucked with
half
Stream.
of what Tony's on is
Whatever,
what I brought him.
StreamYard or whatever you're trying to fuck with.
I just honestly, it just seems to be the fastest way for me to just press a button and be live. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I guarantee it's not better. It's probably worse than anything else. Just for me, I wouldn't even know how to go into OBS and fucking put a green screen behind me and do anything. It's fucking like.
Yeah, I tried it for a second and I was just like, oh, dude, this is way too fucking complicated.
It is. It's just a lot. And I'm like, I don't know. And even when I do something right, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I finally got that uploaded.
And then
there.
you
I'm
forget.
Like, I put it in there and it's like, I'm behind it. You know what I mean? You can't see me. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how to change that. Anyway, I'll figure it out at some point. I think what I need is
nothing. No flavor in this.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Really bad.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think.
But it's really potent, so I'm sticking with
I think I'm
It's super
overextending
potent, but no flavor.
Super potent, so you know I'm sticking with it. Cause
the laptop that I was
Boston
really...
Brian, that's why we started the show, is because, Brian and I like to talk about politics, but we'd go to the bar and do it.
And we did it on election day while I was wearing my kilt, because I wear a kilt when I vote.
And then everybody wanted to butt in on our conversation. Of course,
Yep.
we drink a couple beers, we get a little loud, everybody can hear us. And who's loud tonight, mister? Anyway,
she
Politics
just about
and
left
bars don't mix
across
in
me to get at this other. Wait a minute. What about this? And starts
Yeah.
coming across me, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, Missy.
Yeah. Well, there was some guy got into it,
We had
and
to
I
go
was just
outside
like,
and have a
no. That's why we started this.
Self-control when I'm not drinking. You're trying to tell me that you want me to drink fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 beers and talk politics, and I'm gonna hear what this bullshit is coming back at me, and I'm not gonna say, "Come on."
Right? Yeah. That's what I mean.
agree. You did the right. You made the right choice by bringing it to the house.
Bringing it to the
we
basement.
took it to the house.
Bringing it to our basement and just set it all up, and this is our
Fucking Democrat.
54th episode, so just over
Really?
a year. Yep, just over a year.
Once a week.
Every Thursday night, just before Hal.
Mostly.
Ukrainian sniper, 58-year-old Vyacheslav Kovalevsky, has broken the world record for the longest sniper kill, hitting a Russian soldier at a distance of 3,800 meters, or 2.3 miles.
Yeah, Americans can do it better.
He's
so.
down there.
Repeat, 58 years old.
Fuck.
That's badass.
He's 58.
That's
Look
not
at the
that
weapon.
bad.
Look at the. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare, but look at the size of the friggin' sniper rifle.
Yeah, that'll go a mile. Yeah.
Look at the size of that thing.
It's kind of hard to see, but
Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh, I can see it.
You could.
She's got like 3 spotters on that fucking thing.
Fuck yeah.
You could.
Whoa.
Text it to me, maybe, and I could forward it to Tony.
No, it's fine. I
No,
can-
we got the gist of
A
it.
former businessman and sports shooter who is now a sniper with the counterintelligence unit of the Ukrainian Security
Fuck
Service, SBU, made the shot just before dawn on November 18th.
Yeah. Probably a 40 cal.
2.3 miles. That's
Was the sun behind him
40 or
or
50.
in front of him?
wind behind him or in front of him.
Oh, they calculate all
Well,
that
yeah.
shit.
I bet.
Yeah, he's got somebody with a computer in a truck next to him, like, telling him. And he's got 3 guys like helping move that fucking thing exactly where they need to move it. He tells them when it's right,
Yeah.
and then he does the squeeze. You see,
That is amazing.
because you never pull a trigger.
That'd be amazing for like a new, like, I mean, for like a young sniper, somebody that's of military age, basically. But for this guy at 58, you just be.
Well, for fuck's sake,
Retired?
He's the guy who
So
fucking
does
knows how to do it.
Right, you know what
He
business.
spent
it
his
means,
whole
means
life,
rich.
like,
It's
waiting
like
for
Malcolm Nance going over there in his 60s, going over to help out.
to use American football, because you were bringing that up before, to use American football as an analogy. He is this little kicker guy that never gets used except for maybe 3, 4, or 5 times throughout the season. They pull him out. I kick ball. I score. That's it. I come out. I kick ball. And that's what this guy is. They bring him out, and he's probably shot like, maybe 5, 6 times in the last 2 years. And they bring him out, they drop him off, and it's like a whole production, and it takes about 8 hours before he can make that shot.
Yep.
Then he makes that shot, and it is an amazing shot. And it probably was very, very detrimental to the other side.
I love it. The guy.
And I did see that in Avdiivka, Ukraine lost a Bradley, a U.S. Bradley fighting vehicle, and that Russia was able to recover it.
Fuck.
Which, you'd have to expect that. You have to account for that. If you're going to be sending equipment into war,
Sure.
Yeah.
you've already accounted for the fact that the enemy may get their hands on it.
Russia
So that's-
already knows about
That's why
that.
U.S. isn't sending the best stuff that we have, you know what I mean, for this exact reason.
We're
But
probably
this
not
will
sending anything that
have
we
certainly, in my
think that they
opinion,
haven't
have
gotten
some
before.
positive effect on the Russian, armor, how they look at armor and stuff. Because now they're gonna have this, they'll be able to dissect it and look at the weapons, and now they'll see how.
I think they've already had it.
It's 20 fucking years old. Jesus.
The stuff that we've been giving them, and the stuff and the ammunition and everything else that we've been giving them is stuff that we're not willing to use anymore. It's
Yes.
stuff that they probably have already gone through. They've already seen. We don't care that they've already seen it.
Yes.
We can look as the good guys for helping the other democratic
What do they
country
call it? Old new
fighting
stuff.
against them.
Well, just think of the Russian
New to
mindset
us.
when you
New
capture
to
a
you.
vehicle like that that's 20-something years old and it
Yeah.
is currently still 20 times better than anything you have.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh? Is good Humvee. Is Sony Guts.
No, Tony,
You take
in
now.
cars-
You buy now.
Tony,
But that must have some effect. Like shit, man. Like this thing's fucking old. This is what it can do.
Yeah.
Like it's got the better
Yeah.
weapons. It's got thicker armor. It's faster.
Did that guy actually turn the thing in the front before it would start? Really? The whole it's a crank start?
Yes, Diane. NOS. That's new old stock.
You don't ride on
Old
top of
stuff.
it?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. He had to
Nobody can
prime it?
hear me
What-
talk.
What the fuck's a choke?
Everyone can hear you talk, Diane.
Gotcha.
Nobody wants me to talk.
I wish my brother
Go for it.
George was here.
Kiss my ass.
One more stupid question. Which one is Diane's husband?
Any destroyed Russian
The
BTR.
one that you cannot see. The one who's in the corner It's my bottom right. The guy with the Irish flag is my best buddy, Brian Gallagher, and you guys all know Brian, Boston Brian.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tony's
salute.
AKA Five Eggs is like waving his hand.
On its skin
Blue screen, bottom corner.
It rubs the lotion on
He
its
doesn't
skin
like
or
to be
else it gets
seen.
the hose again.
So, wait a minute. You're telling me if I buy this lotion, I get this decorative basket with it?
May they all burn in hell.
Yeah, that's our sign.
I'm looking off my screen because I can't stop watching his.
It's a fuck you and a thumbs up.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck you and thumbs up.
And an H.
Oh, it is an H.
And a H.
And there's one B on one side.
Are you playing the
And there is an L, actually.
A H and a couple L's, yeah. H-E-L-L, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How would I hook this thing up? Now that I'm probably going to fucking mess with the wires.
That's what we have, kind of.
Yeah, a little smaller, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but the problem is I set it up
Boston
and
Brian, take a picture of it and text it to me.
You have to download the installer. That's the thing.
But-
There might be
but
something in the
I
back.
also have to use
scan.
headphones, which I don't care for that much. Like I can't. As soon as I plug that in, I can't. It goes right to the thing, and I don't know how to switch it.
Yes.
Yeah. Take a picture of that and text it to me, and we'll figure it out.
Oh, that's the best. I still have to do a Zoom call with Carl and Adam too. Because I think they've been messing around with like StreamYard and OBS to try to
help you out. Yeah.
Because I have books, but again, the books are written by people that already know what the frig they're talking about, so they write it in a way that you kind of already have to know what you're talking about to understand what they're saying. So it's like somewhat helpful, but not totally like for the beginner, like how to get going, like the first steps. You know what I mean? They kind of blow by like the first steps on like, I've never done it before. Hey-ho.
Oh, hey, kid, you just bought a new guitar? Just learning it now? Here's the sheet music for Bohemian Rhapsody. Here you go.
There you go.
You play some,
learn that in a week and come back.
Shit out.
And come back next week and play it perfectly.
Yeah.
Boston Brian, I just want to introduce you to Paul Bunzinski, a good friend of Tony's.
We've been on before. We've been on the Zoom.
Yeah. Eloise, yes.
Yeah, that was from Eloise.
Was that the ghost?
Yes. Yes.
The ghostless place.
See, I was actually sitting where Tony was.
We don't know because we haven't put the question and answer together yet. We'll see.
I know. Yeah. We're gonna work on it this weekend.
Yeah.
So we might drop something if we can find anything. Even we can squeeze out a little conspiracy theory out of it.
Yeah.
I don't like
out some of the latest news coming out of Ukraine. Just
fucking dude, it's awful.
And now I see why you were saying you couldn't see Diane Boston Brian because she's not there.
Yeah.
No, I have to watch her on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
On the YouTubes, yeah. You got to get on the YouTubes, and you got to subscribe if you're at home, because if you don't subscribe, you're going to miss all the benefits. We're not going to send you a tote bag. That's what we're going to do if you give us money and your firstborn. If you don't, we will send you a fucking tote bag, because who the fuck wants a goddamn tote bag with our logo on it?
You're fucked.
So we're going to send you this shit unless you subscribe to our show. Now that you're in there, hey, you're in. We know who you are. We're going to be calling you more times than SiriusXM sends you new offers.
Trump is Hitler.
From where you call it a flat.
Wait, I have a Tony Michaels fuck 'em fanny pack.
I
actually love it.
Yeah, that's me.
Cheeto chop. Cheeto chop.
If you join the Flat Earthers Society, we will send you a tote today that shows you how many followers we have globally. Now come on and send me your money.
Many destroyed Russian BTR armored personnel carriers and dead Russian soldiers on the fields at Avdiivka. Avdiivka's kind of getting... So I guess Ukraine has sent drone capabilities in
Paul,
that
mute
area.
yourself if you're going to cough, please.
Jesus, what, Paul?
Nice, dude. Let's go get it.
He's smoking weed.
Oh, it's like a dog with emphysema.
And I thought my weed was good. His weed is like fucking real good. He's got like the real
So I
shit.
want to party with Paul, in other words. Yeah.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, yeah, here we go.
Everybody wants to fucking party with Paul. I'm telling you.
Trying to team up with a bigger YouTube than any of us. His name's Artur Rehi. He covers the Ukraine war, and I guess he's coming to the U.S. to do. Basically, he raises money and buys cars and trucks and drones and shit for a specific unit in Ukraine, and he drives them all there and hands them. He's been there like 5 or 6 times in 2023.
God,
but
I
he's
should
coming
sell
to
him
the
my
US to do
minivan.
some sort of like media campaign to keep Ukraine on the forefront and stuff like that. So that'd be
Bruno
nice if
on
I
the
could.
front lines.
No, I should sell him my minivan that's got
seriously.
on the side is made in hell.
They could turn Bruno
He
into
would have
a
a white
big
van.
We call it the band van. It's the egg. I don't know.
Fucking band people. They always need a rotten, dirty camper to do things.
Oh, we had the rotten, dirty camper until I got the band van. And
You know what
then
I used? I had, everybody called it the cargo eagle because I had an eagle that
I know what
took.
that is.
I took the
Mopar.
passenger seat out, and I used that to fit both of our speakers for the PA system. My guitar is across the back seat, and all the PA stuff above that. I just needed the bass player to show up with his stuff and the drummer to haul his own crap.
Yeah.
Oh, Gen X
that
George
made it.
has
That
tasty
was my
nugs.
cargo eagle, is what I called it.
Gen X George has tasty nugs.
Yum.
Tasty nugs.
Is it legal over there, Brian?
Well, these aren't nugs. These
In
here are
Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
vapes.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But these are pretty good usually.
Yeah, it's like.
Still,
I
like
was wondering
medical,
if
there's
it
different places. You have to have a license, a medical license. Some are just recreational.
No, rec is totally
golf
okay
ball,
here
but
in
it's medical,
Michigan.
and I
Yeah.
have a-
No, I was just
I guess it's really easy. Just fucking, it's like a website. You call a doctor. You tell them you can't sleep, got an anxiety.
Steve, where are you from? You're from Scotland, correct? Steve in the chat. Is it legal there?
Is that why he says flat? I knew it.
Is it legal there
I don't
or
think
no?
So. I don't think it's legal.
Is it legal
no.
in like England or
There's
anywhere?
medicinal. I think there's a couple medicinal dispensaries in Dublin, but I haven't heard of anything up in the
What
region
about
where
like
I'm
France, Spain, Italy, anything like that?
From. Nope.
No?
Normally, nope.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you get
Amsterdam's the only fucking place.
Amsterdam over there. To tell you the truth, it's the opposite.
Amsterdam
was first,
I think
and then
Canada's legal,
Canada,
like, yeah.
and then parts of the U.S. They're speckling through. We're still not federal.
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
in mind. So
Yeah.
we're still
Our
not.
town
like,
voted
across
against
the
it
whole
at
thing.
first, but then they were like, "Oh shit, these other
Nope,
towns
it's
are making
not.
a lot of
Steve
fucking
says
money
nope,
off this
it's
shit."
not.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
And
it's
so,
not.
like
Steve
they put up
from
this other
Scotland
vote,
Yeah.
and then somehow it passed, and next thing you know, we got a medical dispensary.
But you know, they're all very, very progressive, and it moves quicker over there than it does here. So I have no doubt that before the time that I move over to Ireland, they will be
legal.
I got 9 years now.
Oh shit.
9 years now, and then we're
Tony, get me a beer,
we're
please.
over there. We're over in Ireland.
In my mind, it's been legal since I was 11 years old.
I'm with
Just
you on
saying.
that. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I know what a
Tony,
flat
I'll
is,
take one.
Steve. For crying out loud.
What?
I'm talking to chat.
What did he say?
He explained to me what a flat was, because I asked him why, like where he was from to say flat.
Oh, right, yeah.
I noticed it in his comment, and because I like British culture and dive into British history, I do know what a flat is.
Right, yeah. No,
Yes.
I'm my best friend from junior high school and high school. She grew up early on in her life in England, and so she would use all these British terms, and I would think it was hilarious. One time she used the word petro. Now, we live in Detroit.
Petrol, yeah.
So I said, bitch, we got to go downtown, go get ourselves some fucking petro. And I lost a hubcap, so I was like, and a hubcap. I just thought it was funny because I never
You gotta-
heard that
you gotta-
word until she used it.
Like you call people a pillock.
Petrol head as opposed to gearhead.
And it was like, what was it? Glove box? Not the.
I'm good, Mark. I'm good.
Boot.
It's the.
Well,
Well,
it's
the
called the
boot's
boot.
the trunk. The lift
Or the
is
glove box.
lift is an elevator.
Smoke fags.
Yeah, it's a cigarette.
Aluminium.
Oh yeah.
Aluminium.
That's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite one.
yeah. That was fun.
So I knows this bloke, and this old geezer, he doesn't make any fucking money, right? So we get over to his place, and it's all busted up. Like the lift's busted. We have to hook it up the apples and pears. You get up to the top, you've got to have a good butcher's hook before you go in that fucking hallway. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Go to Scotland, get somebody a couple pints, and then tell me what they're saying.
Over in Scotland, it depends if you're over near Edinburgh. Now that's a place to go. You're gonna have a couple of fucking pints.
way they
Now
say
either you're
Edinburgh.
gonna have a couple of pints or you're gonna have a
What did
fucking
you-
session.
Was that really how? Is that Edinburgh? Did you just say no?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're over there in Edinburgh.
Brian.
You know what the letters in that mean, right? Like they do have sounds.
Yeah, well,
Brian Gallagher is really
I'm from
good
Ireland,
at accents.
and actually over in Ireland, I mean, we have so many names and so many words that I mean, you look and there's no fucking V in Siobhan. No, there isn't, but it's fucking Siobhan.
Yeah, the way they pronounce shit is hilarious.
Well,
It's like-
I will admit
Oh, yeah.
that Gaelic is the strangest language.
There are 3 different Gaelics. Yeah, it's like Southern. It's like
I worked
Southern
for an
language
Irish guy
here.
that spoke it fluently, and it was just like.
There's
I've had
Irish
it.
Gaelic, there's Scottish Gaelic, and there's Welsh
And
Gaelic.
most
I can
Irish
do a bit
name
of the
possible.
Irish
He's
Gaelic.
like, you
yeah.
should know it. I was born in fucking Massachusetts.
Yep.
You're entering a world of pain.
Like, are you actually saying words? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those languages. Like, are you actually saying something? Like, are you fucking pulling my leg on this one? Like, that
They
just sounds
are.
like sounds.
No, like,
They are, yeah.
Who says
Yeah.
idiot?
He knows
though?
what he's
Like,
saying.
Egypt.
Yeah, who says it that way?
The Irish. We say Egypt.
Egypt.
Egypt. Yeah.
Instead
The
of
fucking
idiot.
Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this
When he
fucking
first
Egypt
said that,
over
I'm like,
here.
huh?
Egypt. Eejit is how you pronounce it. yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can teach you right now how to speak with a thick Irish
is
brogue.
enough for me.
Are you ready?
I really don't know if I am.
Say in your normal Michigan accent,
Okay.
I want you to say the following words.
Okay.
Whale,
Whale,
oil,
oil,
beef,
beef,
hooked.
hooked.
Now say it fast.
Whale, oil, beef, hooked.
There you go.
Whale, oil, beef, hooked.
We'll all be
We'll
fucked.
all be fucked.
We'll all be fucked.
We'll all be fucked. And that's your introduction to the English
Oh, we'll all
Irish
be
language
fucked.
there. We'll all be
Kiss
fucked.
my ass. Put that in your book.
Anybody? Do you guys listen to James O'Brien at all? LBC Radio, Britain.
No.
Don't get a chance to over here, really.
No, he's got the YouTubies. He's on the tubes.
Oh yeah, you listen to him?
He's the best. I've been listening to him for years. He's got one of the best shows going out there.
Okay, what's his name again? Let's drop it in the chat so we can.
No.
I'll fucking.
James O'Brien on LBC.
James O'Brien on LBC.
Britain's Conversation is what LBC stands for, if I'm not mistaken.
Mark P, can you check it out?
He's a radio show host. He's progressive. He
I want you
basically,
to
I
make.
agree with a lot of his stances, the way he goes about it. He's very articulate in the way he breaks down. Like he doesn't, like he basically goes off newspapers. Like he's kind of old school. He's got a stack of all the different newspapers in front of him in the morning, and he goes over the stories, and he gets people call in and they talk about the stories.
Let's see what's going on today.
Jolie in the house. Hello, Jolie.
Big
Tony,
clips
I
of
want you to make Mark P a fucking mod. Give him a fucking wrench,
But
bitch.
he had one of his clips go kind of viral.
News this
when
week, why couldn't Helen
came
Keller
out.
drive?
He had a clip on his show a few minutes long where he was talking about how shitty Trump is and how crazy it is that people still follow him and shit.
You know, I can't believe, Brian, I still can't believe it till this day. Boston Brian, is that these motherfuckers keep bankrupting themselves, ruining their lives, losing their fucking law degrees for this orange fucking clown. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Why do they throw their lives away for this motherfucker? I just don't get it.
In
Well,
1930,
betrayal.
You know what I mean? You don't believe that. To them, it's not throwing their life away. It's something they believe in. It's something that they can find other people that believe in it too. And they found sanctuary. They found, in going to these rallies that other people speak their minds. They found websites that they can, speak their minds. And
But
other
don't
people
they
agree.
see the trail of fucking tornado,
No.
fucking destruction that Trump leaves behind him?
No.
Because that's what I see.
Because that's the
It's how he destroys everybody's life he comes across. Everything he touches dies.
Because if he blows up their skirt even for a moment, like the revivalist tent meetings.
Right, and if you
he
could pull up
gives them
video
hope for a
somehow
moment.
of these people from a satellite in 1991, what they thought of Donald Trump, or 92, whatever, any of the years where he was just known as a scumbag and a con man, you know what I mean? These people probably wouldn't.
When he was doing commercials with Grimace,
if he was on fire.
Yeah,
He's dressed in a yellow
they
chicken.
can't.
outfit.
They can't realize they're
In a cult.
they can't be wrong.
it's a World
They
Wrestling
were duped.
Federation.
They can't admit that they were duped
Nation.
by a con man.
These people have lost friends, family, jobs.
Yep.
They just want to see
houses.
somebody else hurt.
They've lost
Yeah.
everything, because of what they believe in. And they're not going to just all of a sudden be like, oh, you know what? You've been right for the last 7 years. My apologies.
Yeah, but it comes down to a saying that we heard earlier today in a big thing that was written earlier today that we read before the show. But it reminded us of the old saying, hurt people hurt people. And that's exactly what we have here. That's exactly what the
Cruelty
GOP
is the
is.
point.
Everything is about getting back at somebody else. I hurt, so I'm going to
Vindictive.
make somebody else hurt. What do you like? I'm going to take that away from you.
Yep.
It's
So many
just
emotions
gotten
were
to that
stirred up
point.
when we had Obama as president. For two
It
terms.
started there, but we passed 197 laws in the lowest year that we had a Congress under Obama for 8 years. We passed 81 this year.
Biden's crushing it, dude. I'm fucking down with Biden. I'm rolling.
I'm riding with Biden, but it just really shows that the GOP is about nothing but obstructionism at this
Scares
point.
the shit out of me. to
It's
be
all
honest.
fucking culture
Yeah.
wars. They're gaslighting. Their projection and fucking propaganda is out of control.
Yes.
But
It's
my
seriously out of
cards
control.
all, I don't know. He wasn't my choice. He was the lesser of two evils for me. I was never a fucking Joe Biden fanboy, or you're not going to see me in a Biden hat or anything like that.
No.
But obviously, if I'm left with two choices, I'm not an idiot. So the lesser of two evils again. I think
He's the
done.
incumbent president.
Listen,
We never
I think
go
he's
against
a
this.
far more consequential president than I imagined that he was going to be. I think
Yes.
he's been more progressive in his views than I thought he was going to be. His age scares the shit out of me. I do get scared every time he opens
Yeah.
his mouth. I have to be honest. I just every time he's in front of a camera, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what he's going to say. I
I'm
don't
okay
know what
with
he's gonna
President
do.
Harris. I'm okay with President Harris, and really my dream ticket would be Buttigieg AOC. Either order.
It'll lose.
Buttigieg in the lead. I don't think that would lose.
No.
No, I'd
Buttigieg
be
would
fine
be
with
awesome.
Harris Buttigieg for sure.
Harris Buttigieg, I'd be fine with too. Yeah.
No.
I think we're all kidding
Harris
ourselves
Buttigieg
if
is
we
what
think
I
But
want.
for 2028, I'm talking 2028.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
this
yeah.
time
Oh
around.
yeah. Yes.
We got
Yes.
a choice here,
Yes.
motherfuckers.
I'm
and
not
it's
backing away from
Biden
Biden.
Trump.
I
It's
told
either
you I'm riding with
democracy or fucking fascism.
What are you having for breakfast?
Dictatorship. What did we call? What's his name? Day of the Dictator.
all these genocide Joe people, and I don't like generalization, so I hate when people are like, oh, all these people on the left doing this. It's just people in general. There's people on the right that have been divided by this. There's people on the right that have been divided by the Israel-Gaza conflict. There's people on the left that have been divided for it. There's no one side reacting differently. Just everybody's human doing the human things. You know what I mean? So it's like it has a way. It's what we've been getting now, and it's infrastructure and veterans help and the PACT Act, bringing jobs back, bringing manufacturing back to the United States, everything else he's done, or fascism and
revenge,
modern day
dictatorship,
authoritarianism, and
yep.
I understand that Donald Trump's not here to genocide people and create some huge one state nation all over the globe or anything like that.
He wants to be king of America.
Backs into fascism. He backs into authoritarianism just because he's so unable to say he's wrong.
Yep.
He's so unable to listen to reasonable people that are educated on whatever subject they're talking about. He can't not be the richest guy. He has to be. I mean, it's just his narcissism, his inability to be humbled. You know what I mean? Just that's
not in his DNA. Not at all.
As the people that took over Europe, as the same people that took over, that ruled China, the same people that ruled North Korea.
That's the Brits that came over to Ireland, for fuck's sake. They're still fucking there.
Right.
Tony?
I get that you may want a Happy Meal tonight.
What part of Boston are you from, Brian?
Happy Meal. This is not. This ain't getting no Happy Meal. No Happy Meal up in here. There's a Biden.
There's a Biden.
What part of Boston are you from, Brian?
I'm from South Boston, so
okay.
If I name my town, nobody would know where the hell I'm from. I'm not in the city, and I know people in the city get mad at me for saying that.
The one time I've been to Boston,
I'm probably closer to the center of the city of Boston than the people that live on the outskirts of the city of Boston. Because I could hop on a boat. Like if I look out this window right now, Boston's right there. I could hop on a boat.
Yeah, we don't need to dox him.
5 minutes.
I'm not doxing him. I'm just.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Are you close to like the Commons?
I'm on the
Mute
beach.
yourself if you're gonna cough.
Okay, so last time I was there, the one time I was there, we were there for a wedding, and we got to spend a couple of days, in Boston proper. It was great. We went to the Commons and we parked underneath and everything, and we got up top and we're looking, and they're talking about how we're going to do this walking tour. We walk down the gold bricks or whatever, and we're going to do this whole tour. And we're like, no thanks. And then we just start walking behind the tour, and we're hearing the whole tour, and we're hanging out right there with him. Well, that's just fine. We'll just keep walking along with the tour then.
Well, it ends at what? Paul Revere's house. What the hell?
It does, yeah, all the way over there, yeah. After it goes to what is it, Tammany Hall or something? Not Tammany Hall. What is what's the hall?
Annual Hall.
Yeah.
And then you got
Mountain Bike Fan said Michael Cohen said on their show today that Trump said he would only be dictator for the first day, but the next day Trump would claim to be king. Is what he's.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it takes one day to change the laws that give power.
Steve said, "Can you imagine his inauguration speech if he wins?"
He's lying about everything else.
Do you remember his inauguration speech in fucking 2016? It was like filled with blood and guts.
On the way up to the steps of the inauguration.
Can we bring in my crown? Do we have the crown? Can you bring in the crown, please? Bring in the crown, please.
Where's the crown? Where's the crown?
I just can't believe he swung and missed the other night on hand. That is just, it's unbelievable.
He's been swinging and missing a lot and saying the shit quiet part out loud.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
The Boston murders of 89.
Trump's going the other way.
Does sound familiar. What? Does sound familiar.
What's that?
Yes.
That drop?
Sure. Dad said he's been watching Boston Murders of 89 documentary. Was wondering if I had seen it.
Oh.
Don't believe I have, no.
When I was there, the one thing I remember is that when the light turns green, people in Boston, before you can get your foot onto the accelerator, and I'm a pretty fast driver, and I'm right here from Detroit, Motor City, but in Boston, I would have my foot on the brake, the light would turn green. Before I could smack it over onto the accelerator, somebody's hitting their horn.
Driving in Boston is different.
There's lots of horns in Boston.
People are like, no, I've driven in cities, L.A. and New York, and it's like, no, I get it. They all have their issues, and it's different there too, but it's different. And
it's
in the
a
city
different
of Boston,
language
if you miss
to drive.
a turn,
Yeah.
if you take a wrong turn, You just added fucking 3 hours to your day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're
It's gonna
fucked.
take
Yeah.
you at least
yeah.
2 hours to get
You're
back to
going
the spot
all the
where
way
you just
around.
fucked up, and then you're gonna try to figure it out again anyway.
Going all the way around. Yeah.
So wait. Yeah, Trump said the carnage ends now, and no, it didn't. It only got worse. Mountain bike fan said in the chat. Remember that the carnage speech that he in his my God, I was like,
is Goebel speak?
Fucking.
Yeah.
I was just
Is
gonna say, I
Goebel
sent in a
speech?
video to Midas Touch, a 20-minute video.
Yeah.
Doing a side-by-side comparing, the rhetoric of Trump coming out of his speeches lately. You know how they put out the thing there where it compared what Hitler said line by line, poisoning the blood of our country, calling people vermin.
Oh my God.
Talking about the stab in the back.
Put that up.
A war against democracy.
He wanted his generals to be more like the German generals in World War II and not kind of question what
his
Donald
lawyers
Trump had.
more like Roy Cohen.
So there's a bunch of, but it's one thing to hear people be like, oh yeah, that's something that Hitler said, or that, you can compare that with words, seeing it. And I'm more of a visual guy. Like I need to see it done or see it happen.
Sure.
So, because I'm a World War II guy, I kind of had the knowledge of where to look for the clips that would kind of correlate to what he was saying. So I put them side by side and I kind of highlighted with captions the rhetoric coming out of Der ewige Jude, which is the Eternal Jew, which is a 1940s propaganda film they made depicting Jewish people as rats and vermin and disease and parasites, et cetera, which is pretty much spot on. If you listen to Trump, is the disease coming across the border, and these people are coming with disease, and they're coming with everything. I mean, that part, so that it lines up too much. And I said, if you take each one of these separately as an individual phrase, might not be a big deal. You know what I mean? You might not even think twice about it.
Put them all together, though.
But if you put all these together, there's obviously a pattern and a tendency. And when he's quoting Mein Kampf, and I took a page out of Mein Kampf where he says poisoning the blood of our country, and I read a whole passage talking about where Hitler wrote, a dark-haired Jewish boy lurks in wait for awaiting a civilian girl to defile her blood, to take her from her community. It's just basically the same rhetoric that in 1924 in Landsberg prison, Adolf Hitler dictated to Rudolf Hess when writing Mein Kampf. You know what I mean? So,
but
Tony, again, I want you to make Mark P a fucking a mod right now so he can drop Boston Brian's info in the chat.
Yeah, he can do whatever
Boston
he wants.
Brian,
No, he needs a fucking wrench to do it, bitch.
1935.
Damn.
1935 saw Sinclair come up with a novel that was based on bringing fascism in, and it was done and it was told from the viewpoint of a journalist, and it was titled "It Can't Happen Here" in 1935, and that was based on the rise to power of Mussolini.
How about having the Olympics? Was it 1936? Germany held the Olympics.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if you look at what journalists and newspapers were writing in the United States about Germany at the time, obviously Germany kind of cleaned up their act a little bit. They took down the signs, not allowing Jewish people into certain establishments, sitting on certain benches, allowed into certain areas, something like that. Basically segregation. They dumbed it down for the international press and the international people that were coming to the event. But there was glowing writings about Hitler. I'm pretty sure Hitler made the cover of some of the magazines, some of the top magazines in the United States. Glowing praises for the way that he has rebuilt Germany, even though he was in direct contravention to the Treaty of Versailles by rebuilding his military, where he was only supposed to be allowed to have 100,000 man military, no air force, no submarines, no anything like that. And behind the scenes, he's building the Luftwaffe, one of the most modern military forces known to man. And we're giving him praise because he put on some elaborate show for the international press. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the girls from Gaslit Nation, Sarah Kendzior, and the other one, she wrote a movie about that era and how the journalists were getting paid to like praise Putin, just like they're getting paid to praise fucking Trump right now, and how like you know, it helped, you know, Hitler get in power and all that jazz. Just like, I don't know, just like all the fucking social media people like Zuckerberg taking rubles to before the 2016 election. We've got Elon Musk. Ooh, you never read the Elon Musk thing, which I thought was really, really great.
Should I?
I don't know. I mean,
says no. What's the ruble doing now? Just curious.
Oh yeah. Probably totally fucking underwater like it's been for a while.
People forget that Germany and Russia were allies.
Yeah, by the way,
they signed a little pact
happy
together.
belated birthday, Brian. It was last night, bro. Happy belated birthday, Brian Gallagher. It was last night.
Happy anniversary. But be careful, you don't know it. Happy anniversary.
Took a while to get
I
there.
would like to blame the universe for me existing for another fucking rotation around this goddamn fucking shithole planet.
Mountain bike fan, there's actually a recording, a secret recording of Hitler, which is one of the only known times that he's on tape speaking in his, you know, sitting voice, let's say,
right,
instead of, you know, up making a speech. And he's talking to, I believe, the leader of, now I'm going to get it wrong, I want to say Czechoslovakia, but I could be wrong on this. And the team of Czechoslovakia secretly kept a recording going. And that's when Hitler was talking about the amount of tanks that Russia had. And he was lying even in that, where he talked about, I think he said Russia had something like 36,000 tanks, and they destroyed almost 30,000 tanks at that time, which is just horseshit. No way Russia had anywhere near that amount of tanks. No way they had destroyed anywhere near that amount of tanks. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting. And I have listened to the lost tapes. James Holland from England, he's another great historian to watch if you like any of this stuff, because it's cool to watch, you know, the newer guys talk about this. You can watch the older stuff, which is unbelievable too. I like watching, you can pull up old U.S. military footage of, you know, their instructional videos and what they used to say about, you know, the Germans and the Japanese and everything during World War II. It's crazy. I mean, just think,
Trump
we had Japanese
is
camps in the
Hitler.
United States.
Well, I mean, it's ironic
That's
to
a
be
lot of
talking about
words.
this on the anniversary of Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's today's
That's a lot of
day.
words.
It's that Remembrance Day, and it still isn't fully a federal holiday. I mean, stuff was still going. The banks are still open.
No, and listen, what's going on in this country right now is called, you know, it's the same thing that happened in World War II, because when you become isolationists and you only think about your country and your country alone, and you're not realizing the impact in the global economy and how we actually interact with other countries and get food and grain and, you know, other resources and trade with other countries, you know, in the spot that the United States was put in after World War II, becoming effectively the world's police, because we were pretty much one of the only nations that wasn't completely decimated after World War II. All our factories were up and running. Everything was going. We had the most military bases. We had the largest Navy. I mean, that's just the role that we kind of fell into.
That's all we had to do.
And that's the role that we've had to play ever since. I mean, that's literally the position we're in right now is because of World War II. It's just there's no two ways around it. And it took for us to get attacked on our own soil at Pearl Harbor for this country to actually turn around and get serious about, I mean, before that it was a global conflict on the other side of the world, fought by people we don't understand, speaking a language that we don't speak. You know what I mean? It was, you know, we want nothing to do with it. We're not going to send it. Even though Roosevelt behind the scenes was sending equipment to Russia, sending equipment to the UK before we were actually, while we were still technically neutral, basically.
Oh,
you know.
It's funny, like, it's kind of, how long were we neutral? It was like 36 or 38. Did it start at 36 or 38?
It was after World War One. We were in World War One, which
well,
was 14.
I know that, babe. But what I'm saying is, like, the war kind of started in what, 36 or 38, and we were neutral for that long.
Yeah, you were neutral up past 22. That's all I fucking care about.
Right. I mean,
That's when we lost.
I guess
the North
they
to,
technically say the war,
UK.
World War II started when the invasion of Poland in 1939. I think it's September 1st,
39.
1939. But
Okay, all right.
if you look at before that, the Japanese and Nanking, Spain. I mean, that's where Hitler tested his Luftwaffe to begin with. Was over in Spain. With the whole
said.
Franco situation.
And I'll tell you, I've
1945.
learned more about World War II watching like these fucking new documentaries coming out where they coming out with new evidence about this or that, the other thing. Like there was like, what was it, the Canary Islands? Tony and I were like, what? What?
Submarines,
Was
yeah.
it the Canary Islands that I'm thinking about? That I'm like, I never heard of this before, And just like we never heard of, during Black Lives Matter when they burned down that place. Now
The church.
now it's escaping me. When they ruined that whole city, and it was
Portland.
no.
No, the hipsters
Now you're
ruined
fucking
that.
fucking my brain up. No, where
What we've got
African Americans
here
had
is
this huge
failure
city and they burned it to the
communicate.
ground,
Military
and we
was
never
actually still
we
a
never
joke.
heard about it
Yeah.
until Black Lives Matter. Do you know what I mean? We didn't learn about this in fucking school books.
Oh, Tuskegee?
Tuskegee, thank you.
Oh no, I think you're not talking about Tuskegee. You're talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma, with the
yes.
Tulsa.
The Tulsa
Tulsa,
massacre.
that was actually
is
the
what you're
first
talking
time that
about.
an
Yeah.
aircraft was used to
Yeah.
bomb its own civilians.
Yes.
Was in
No
the
shit.
Tulsa.
I was gonna say Tulsa, but I thought it was wrong.
I'm so sorry. I gotta go, guys.
Oh yeah, Brian's gotta go.
Yeah, I got
Later,
people
guys.
that need
I mean,
medication.
He's got a wife, and he's got a kitty that he needs to take care of.
Yeah.
Zero.
Brian, we love you, and
Tony, I'm gonna
thank
give
you
you
for
a countdown.
And I hope your kitty and I hope your kitty
You
is
ready?
okay. But we will stay on. We're not going anywhere unless you guys want to go. But
I see dead people.
he's unplugging. He's gonna.
Yes, he's
gonna
already
step on it.
unplugged. Yes.
Yeah, his mic's already off. So
Yes.
anyway, but Black Wall Street. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
And that was Tucson or Tuskegee.
That was Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
Tuskegee was the all-black air crew during
Fighter
World War II.
pilots,
Oh right.
Tuskegee
Okay.
were the fighter pilots that they experimented on with, all kinds of like influenza.
Which is also a great movie if you want to watch it. Red Tails, I believe it's.
Nobody can hear you, but yeah.
Oh, what the hell is his name? Yeah, he's a really good actor. Can't think of his name.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I love none of us can remember anything.
The Tuskegee Airmen is a good movie. Red Tails is a good movie. There's a few other ones. Those are more newer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Adaptations, let's say.
So you
Gonna
get
sneeze.
nothing. You
About
lose.
Tulsa,
Good day, sir.
We set them back generations, and we wonder why.
They're mad.
The struggle is real, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
In
Roll up that fucking green screen, asshole.
He won't be able to do it. No, just leave it down and just put another, or actually cut the camera, right?
Oh, the humanity of it all.
Who was the main actor, and why can't I think of his name? He was also in another great movie, Bruce Willis.
You don't have to,
wow.
honey.
I'm just blanking on everything tonight. Where he's in the prisoner of war camp in Germany. God.
Okay, there's 50 million movies. What was your first reference to the first movie?
It was
the Tuskegee Airmen is a good movie, which is one, and then Red Tails is another good movie.
Mark P was fucking with me today about Red Dawn going Wolverine.
Hearts War, that's what it's called. Hearts War.
Hearts
of War? Nice.
No, Hearts. HARTWAR. Hearts War. Colin Farrell, Bruce Willis.
There you
That's
go.
a really good movie.
You have a phone?
Do I? Yeah, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to think of it. I can never think of anything on the spot, but I know it, and it's so frustrating.
Yes.
You can do it, Brian Gallagher. You can do it. You can do it.
Looking like a plumber.
I don't think you should drive home if you can't get that hook in there.
He's looking like a plumber.
More cracked than Hunter Biden's fucking past.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Negative. I hate that drop, Tony, and you know it.
I know.
You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Dude, I still can't believe they were able to make Pineapple Express. I really can't.
It was California, so.
No, I'm just talking about specifically that one character. You know what I mean?
The
Robert Downey Jr.'s character, to be more specific.
Oh, shit.
Like, I honestly don't think you could make that film today.
That was Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
You're
Tropic
right.
Thunder, yeah.
You're right.
Good job,
Pineapple
Paul.
Express is the weed one. My bad.
Yes.
No, I have to agree with you, Boston Brian, on that one. Jeez. There's another one that I was thinking of, too, is Animal House. Animal House is loaded with rapist and misogynistic fucking shit, dude. Like when he's got the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. Should I fuck her or should I not fuck her? Like that part. Yeah.
The movie Kids. Remember the movie Kids?
Yes.
I don't remember that
With
one.
Casper.
Yep.
Just me, Casper.
That's a fucked up movie.
That movie fucked me up for years. My cousin made me
know
watch
that
that.
movie.
I was probably like fucking 5 or 6 or some shit.
What?
That movie fucked me up. I was like, what is happening? She's
Yeah,
sleeping.
that could never be made today.
Never go full retard.
Brian Gallagher was saying Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Another one that probably couldn't be
Never
made.
seen that. I don't do 80s shit. For some reason, I hate everything related to the 80s.
Oh my God. It's
I
so
just
funny because
can't.
it's our
I
generation,
was
what we
born in
grew
the
up
80s, so I
with.
could like it. But I grew up in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like I was, from what I remember, as the 90s, I guess.
What?
We have 3 Pat Benatar wannabes.
Who?
Fast Times at Richmond.
Fat Time. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
I put some lube on and got him on his knees.
Did you hear him this morning? Tony was screaming because that same dude was talking about pissing off the top of buildings. Do you remember that, Tony? And you were screaming?
Yeah, yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck did you just say? And he woke me up at like 4 in the morning.
That's how I got in these jeans.
Dick!
Oh my God. God damn.
What color did you want your casket?
Yeah, Boston Brian, you have not met Billy Gaffney yet. Yeah. Billy Gaffney does the intro and outro music of our show, by the way. And
Great musician.
Yeah, excellent musician. Honey, you're banging on the table.
Yeah, no. Don't do that.
Oh my God. Brian, I know you know the way out and you don't need to be escorted. I love you, brother. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
He's going away for a month.
He comes with his cooler and his microphone and his goodies. You can turn that camera off, Tony.
No.
That's what I want.
What?
I want to be able to drop.
What's that, Boston Bryant?
I want to be able to drop. I want drops.
I want drops. Well, you gotta talk. You talk.
I know good fucking references and shit.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to Dick Neck Drop Shop. That was Tony's name before 5 Eggs.
Yes.
Bless you.
Was Dick Neck Drop Shop.
Yes.
You still don't know what you're saying.
Dick Neck Drop Shop. That was Tony's nickname before 5 Eggs.
And you think fucking people from Boston talk weird.
Dick Neck Drop Shop? Oh, okay. I guess I said it too fast.
Are you saying Mac? Is the middle thing you saying
No,
Mac?
Dick. Like penis. Dick. Neck.
Neck.
As in
Fucking first part, die.
Neck.
Drop.
Neck.
Oh, gotcha.
Drop
Dick neck.
shop.
Yes. I have a dick neck. Yes.
So what are you, Adam Schiff? Didn't Trump say he's got a pencil neck?
Because I
Tony,
am
cut that
not
camera.
one of your fans.
What he should do is he's going to move it over so everybody can see 5
would just
eggs,
make fun of
aka
myself.
Tony,
Laughing
aka
at myself.
Dick Neck Drop Shop, aka you
Pete
guys.
Smoke.
Well, you know him as T Smoke, but
Asshole.
he's got so many aliases. You guys, they're so funny. He's got Daisy Flower, and
I'm mad over the lumpy pillows.
he lost it over the lumpy pillows.
Oh
Lost
my-
it. It was so great.
How are we living in real times?
It was
What's
so
this
great.
real life? You asshole.
Oh my god, it was so great. Okay, Brian G out. Yeah, gnarly.
Oh Jesus.
Billy is an awesome guitar player. Yes, that's right. John Deff. John Deff came to Michigan.
In the same fucking
and
place.
jammed with us.
What is this?
Yes, we are in the same room.
Fucking madness. You guys have like a
Look at you. Still have the now I'm green behind
I know,
you.
yeah, you're supposed to be.
I'm an
Yes.
alien.
CNN studio.
And now we can see Diane.
Now you can see me for the true lizard that I am.
She is green, yes.
I'm super green. And I will fucking lick
Actually,
your face.
when's Trump's next speech? Do we know? I know, no, there we go.
God.
Don't care. Don't care.
For my Midas touch purposes, I have to.
Yes.
I know you probably do for your minus touch
Well,
purposes.
look in the chat and maybe someone will tell you, yes.
I've heard that
Now I
voice
could just say Brian and not have to worry about because there's two Brians
But
here.
it's still
Brian-
telling me that he's 5 eggs as well. Like just everybody's fucking 5 eggs tonight.
Yes, everyone's 5 eggs, yes.
Brian, which one of your videos? You had a couple videos that went viral through Midas Touch. Can you name which ones they are so we can check them out and make them even bigger?
No, I can't. No, one of them is like, because I don't know how you go by, because they titled the video, but then underneath it's like another title. You know what I mean? So I don't remember what the underneath is. One of them is like sniff, sniff, if you're right. You know, basically if you go to Midas Touch and you go to playlists, they have all the creators, so you can click on me and it'll just be all my videos. I know one has like over 2 million, and one has over 1 million, and a bunch of them have, you know, like 800,000. But they have a lot of subscribers, so I'm not really taking too much credit in that.
Yeah.
But if you think about, I think the top video I have is like the 5th or 6th most watched video Midas Touch has ever had, barring the like the ads they used to do. You know how they used to do like those attack ads.
Yeah.
Fucking bunch of clips like those went mega viral. But as far as creators, but it's tough. I don't have enough time. You know, it's time consuming to make that 20-minute video, which is probably a fucking 5 or 6 hour process between finding the clips and, you know, thinking about how to place them and doing your own, speaking your own shit and
Your
clipping
own
them
take,
and editing
yeah,
them and putting the captions in, make sure the captions are right, watching it again over and over to make sure you didn't say anything stupid. You know, it's a lot of time, and by the time
Jolie in the chat said, I feel like we've warped into some weird alternate timeline. Yeah, alternative timeline. Yeah. I feel like we're living in the fucking dumbest fucking era ever.
Because I am not one of your fans!
Why do I feel like they're speaking right to me?
I can see you're really upset about this.
Everybody gets to see Choney, a.k.a. 5 eggs, a.k.a. Dick Neck Drop Shop.
I'll keep the fucking background
Yeah,
going still.
don't keep the background on. It makes me look like a fucking alien. Look at you. You're an
AKA
orange.
jackass.
You look like
You
an
guys just
orange
basically opened
alien,
up
and I look
fucking
like a
bar and
lizard
put a bunch
person.
of microphones and fucking monitors in it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Smoking, drinking, guitars. What the
Fucking
fuck's the difference?
Drum kit back there, yeah.
Run the bar home.
I'm waiting for someone to die.
John Deff loves my fucking drum kit. He said so.
What if it's you first?
Computer says nah.
I've already lived past my expected life expectancy point. So from here on out, it's just fucking. I'm living in plush years by now.
Shit, dude.
I didn't think I was gonna live past
And he's
50,
like,
and here
what,
I am,
you're
52.
38.
God bless you.
38 shit. You're like fucking 18 years younger than me.
It's been a fucking rough 38.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Isn't that a show?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to tell everybody the secret. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm breaking it.
Michael Jackson?
I'm breaking the secret. Everybody want to know what HBL really stands for? Because it's not fucking Hunter Biden's laptop. I'm telling you that right now. Brian Gallagher and I named it.
It's actually Harry Ball Liquors. Welcome to Harry Ball Liquors Radio.
Harry Ball Liquors Radio Nation. Thank you very much.
We licked the Harry's Ball Liquors. Man, talk about
again. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Maybe
what?
Biden's laptop.
Oh God, that's so funny. So yeah, Brian and I, we were at the bar. We were like thinking, what should we name it? What should we name it? And I said I want it to be something really kind of mundane but sound important, right? So he said Radio Nation, and I'm like, ooh, I like that. So keep that part. And then I'm like, what should we mundane? And I go, oh yeah, I drink Heineken and he drinks Bud Light. So literally it's Heineken Bud Light Radio Nation.
Oh my God. And copyright.
And copyright.
And we just received an email from Heineken.
And everybody thinks wait, her bitchin' life. I like that. Jim the Geek. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, man, it's just fucking Heineken and Bud Light Radio Nation.
They took the bar! The whole fucking bar!
So that's what it ended up being, and I thought it was hilarious. And then Tony goes, like third or fifth show in, I forget what just before the show, he goes, yeah, your show stands for Hunter Biden's laptop. And I thought Brian Gallagher and I were going to fucking pee our pants laughing. We were just like, shit, we didn't even think about that.
You're a goddamn disgrace!
Thanks, Diane.
Oh, are you trimming? Is that why you got a glove on? No, it makes sense. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I got 2 5-gallon buckets full of weed.
Bury the fucking cat!
You should see my buddy is he's outrageous with it. He had some of the biggest plants I've ever seen in my life this year.
Yeah, literally Heineken and Bud Light, you guys.
We got a lot of rain and sun, so it was perfect for it this year.
Yep. The farm I used to work at and do maintenance on, we had 16-foot tall, 9-foot wide plants, 50 of them.
I'll be right back.
Jesus. I thought I knew what heaven looked like.
It's called Michigan, dude.
We got Maine, though, working for us. Maine is just, they do shit different. It's huge. Like, my buddies all moved up there and fucking opened up
dispensaries.
They grow the whole shit. And it's like, you think you know how big it is until you get up there. It's like fucking huge. Like, wait a minute. And he's like, yeah, I got like 5 or 6 of these. It's like, wait, what? Oh, we had not enough land for people to live. Like, what the fuck?
Plenty of land to grow weed.
Why the fuck are we all so crammed together? You got all this fucking space. There's 17 people in Montana, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, turn golf courses into weed growing places. Yes.
Game over, man. It's game over.
All right.
Actually,
I think I gotta go get something to eat.
The odd thing is golf courses are good for the environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But windmills are killing all the whales. And because I live in a beach town, I can confirm that we get at least 13 to 14 dead whales a week around here because we have windmills. And it's just the sound and the reverberation in the water. Somehow it doesn't affect any of the people, the thousands and thousands of people that come to the beach every year.
Or the fish.
not right underneath the windmills, or the tens of thousands that live in my area right underneath the windmills. It doesn't affect us at all, but the whales, it's amazing. Shave the whales.
Shave the whales? Did you just say shave the whales?
Have you ever seen Beverly Hills Ninja?
Fucking thing
Yes.
sucks.
He's like, yeah, you remember that? What was it? That campaign back in the day? Was it Shave the Whales? Chris Farley was the best, man. That was fucking too funny. I've said that for the rest of my life. I've never said Save the Whales again. It's always Shave the Whales.
All right. Do you love Boondock Saints?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
That's all I needed.
Oh, well,
drag a man through South Boswell. You know, drag. What's he say? Fuck. That movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh.
How about you get me a coffee? We got
I'm having
a
a
serial
shitty
crusher
day.
theory and a huge guy theory.
Tell me a funny joke.
That movie.
Insignificant little fuck. I snapped my fingers at you 34 hours rotting in some trunk of Boylston.
Wait, tell me a funny joke.
You'll have better luck with a beer. Shit, Brian would
you
love
on the
that.
flip side.
I need a beer now.
I bet he's all over that movie.
Who?
Bry. Who left? Bry G.
No, he's not really into that. He's into horror.
Really had the whole Ireland theme going.
Yeah, no.
They're angels.
Reads like this.
Dude, actually, I have this on the back of my truck. Yes, I drive a truck, yeah, because I'm in construction, and yeah, I do plumbing and electrical and everything.
All of the above.
Yes.
I like that.
For thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand. Our feet may swiftly carry out thy command. So we shall flow a river forth to thee, and teeming with souls shall it ever be. Nomine Patri et Filii, Spiritus Sancti.
Yep.
That's a good one.
That's on the back of my truck. The whole fucking
On
thing.
the flip side. He's such a fuck up, that guy. He's
Tony,
such a
have
fuck
so many drops from that movie. What the fuck? Why are you playing Barry the Cat?
They're
Name the
angels.
fucking, what was the name of that
you?
fucking cat right now?
There's something happening here. Alone, something happening here.
Freeze, you fucking Irish faggots!
Oh, shit. I don't like that
I
one
know.
because it
you
has
don't-
the F word.
I know.
Whatever.
All right, guys. Well, I do appreciate your time. Appreciate hanging out and chatting.
Boston Brian.
Until the next time, we'll do it again, I'm sure.
Hateful crime scenes!
Hateful crime scenes.
Hateful crime scenes! He's going fucking nowhere.
Where you going?
He's like a fucking transformer. He's like the yellow transformer. A guy that just, like, he talks through radio. You know what I mean? He just fucking... he has to play song clips.
There was a firefight!
Yeah.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
It's absolutely one of Tony's favorite movies, Boston Brian.
Has there ever been a worse movie than the second one, though?
Yes.
Oh, God, it was so bad, dude.
Worst.
It was so fucking bad.
The worst.
Oh. It was brutal.
Sucking bastardo!
Bastardo!
Oh, you got to do the one with the ring. The ring is the
know,
one.
Sandwich in his hand.
Yeah.
I'll have a Coke.
Freud was right.
Freud was right.
Tell me a joke. You're the funny guy, right?
The funny man.
Funny, man. Yeah.
Oh, bye, chat. Later, Mark. Later, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Boston Brian, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. And
Yes.
anytime, man, you're welcome here anytime. You know that.
Thank you so much. You guys keep kicking ass. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you.
Thanks for hanging out.
Like, share, subscribe.
We appreciate it. We'll see you soon. I couldn't hear you. What? I couldn't hear you. What?
I said, as Tony says bye to me. Cock sucking.
Think I'm gonna barf.
What's he say right after that? You cannot do it in the business anymore.
I will get my money, you cocksucking bastardo!
I always get my money, you cocksucking bastardo.
No, he says something right after that. You
Yeah,
cannot do
he
business
says,
with these or something.
yes. Taking all the fun
Out of the job.
out of the job.
I might have to watch that tonight. I'm not joking. All right, guys. I love you. Have a good night. I appreciate you.
Peace out. Thanks again for coming by, you guys. And hey, I guess we should end the stream. You know, what the hell? We've been on for what? Almost 3 hours.
Yes. All right. Bye, everyone.
You guys, if you want to jump in on
To a
the Zoom
Zoom.
call, you email us at HBLRadioNation@gmail.com.
Yes.
Email us your contact and we'll jump in a Zoom after this because we're just going to Zoom on. You might as well jump in with us if you want to, you know. But we're going to end the stream now. So thank you guys so much. Peace out. Mark P, Gen X, George, Spy King R. Let's see, Steve, Jim the Geek, everybody who showed up tonight. HBL Radio Nation every Thursday night at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time to 7 p.m. We are the pre-game show to Hal Sparks, and we just want to thank you. Like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see you next week. Peace out, motherfuckers. Shh.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't race the other way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She probably start to cry. Oh damn.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, race the other way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Garth Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to Mars. Oh no, no. Got everyone to do it. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor in a dual quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why? She's the way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and my motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot. Oh no, oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she'll probably start to cry. Oh yeah.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing on the way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Clark Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to Mars. Oh no, no. Got everyone to do. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hand. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.